Hello and welcome to Science While You Sleep. Take a moment to notice where you are right now. Are you lying in bed, eyes heavy, ready to drift off into sleep? Or maybe you're sitting in a quiet room, headphones on, looking for a moment of peace. Wherever you are, I invite you to let go of the tension of the day. Take a slow breath in and let it out gently. This is Science While You Sleep, a journey into the mysteries of the human mind, the secrets of our planet, and the hidden rhythms of the universe, all while you rest. For the next few hours, you won't need to do anything. Just let my voice carry you through ideas, discoveries, and wonders that might surprise you. You may listen awake, or you may slowly drift into sleep. Both are perfectly fine. Your brain will still listen, process, and dream. Tonight, we ask a question that has fascinated scientists, philosophers, and dreamers for centuries. Why does your brain create such vivid, sometimes bizarre, dreams every night? Think about the last dream you had. Maybe it was something strange, like walking through a city that looked familiar but wasn't quite real. Maybe you were flying or speaking to someone who has been gone for years. Maybe you were trapped in a scenario that felt frightening. Or perhaps you experienced something so beautiful that you wished you could stay in the dream forever. But why? Why does the brain do this? Why, night after night, does it take fragments of memory, flashes of imagination, and pieces of hidden emotion and weave them into stories more creative than any book or movie? Science has been chasing this mystery for decades. We now know that dreams are not meaningless. They are deeply tied to the way your brain processes memory, emotions, and learning. In fact, your brain is more active in some stages of sleep than when you are fully awake. It is almost as if your mind needs this secret nighttime theater in order to stay healthy, to heal, to organize, and to prepare you for tomorrow. Throughout this journey, we'll explore how dreams work, what science tells us about their meaning, and how your brain uses them to protect, repair, and reshape who you are. But we won't stop there. Between the science of sleep, we'll also wander into other mysteries, the hidden patterns of Earth, surprising facts about life on our planet, and connections between the cosmos and the human mind. These are the kinds of things most people never hear about, yet once you know them, you'll never forget. So as you listen, let yourself drift. There is no need to hold on to every detail. Just like a dream, these ideas can flow in and out of your thoughts, gently shaping your imagination. Some of them may stick with you in the morning. Others may dissolve into your dreams tonight, becoming part of the stories your brain will tell you as you sleep. This is not just a lecture. It is a journey, a gentle, slow exploration designed to calm your mind, open your curiosity, and remind you that even in sleep, your brain is extraordinary. So welcome again, dear listener, to Science While You Sleep. Make yourself comfortable. Breathe slowly. And let's begin with the question, what exactly is a dream? Asterisk, when you close your eyes at night and surrender to rest, something remarkable begins. Your brain does not simply switch off like a machine being powered down. Instead, it transitions through a carefully orchestrated sequence of stages that we call the sleep cycle. These stages are not random. They form a rhythm: light sleep, deep sleep, and then the fascinating world of REM, or rapid eye movement sleep. It is in REM sleep that your most vivid and cinematic dreams unfold. Scientists have watched this happen by attaching electrodes to the scalp, measuring the brain's electrical activity. What they see is astonishing. During REM sleep, your brain sparks with energy almost as if you were awake. The difference is that your body is temporarily paralyzed, held still so that you do not act out the dream physically. Imagine your brain as a storyteller, spinning intricate plots, while your body rests in silence. But dreams are not only confined to REM. Research has revealed that even in non-REM stages, fragments of dreaming occur. These dreams may be less colorful, less dramatic, but they still exist, like whispers compared to the thunder of REM. Together, these layers of dreaming accompany you through the night, shaping your inner experience while you sleep. Why does the brain do this? One answer lies in memory. During the day, you absorb thousands of details, sights, sounds, emotions, conversations. Your brain cannot keep them all. So while you sleep, it begins sorting, organizing, deciding what to keep and what to discard. Dreams appear to be part of this process, the mind rehearsing, replaying, and reassembling fragments of reality into new forms. That's why you might dream of your school blended with your workplace, or of people who have never met standing together in the same scene. Think of it as a mental workshop. While you lie in bed, your brain is busy performing maintenance, strengthening connections between neurons, reinforcing lessons, and gently sweeping away useless information. Dreams are like the sparks flying off during this process, sometimes wild, sometimes confusing, yet always tied to the hidden logic of your mind. And here's something extraordinary: animals dream too. Studies with cats, dogs, and even octopuses have shown dreamlike behavior in sleep. A dog twitching its paws, perhaps dreaming of chasing, or an octopus flashing colors as if reliving the hunt. This hints that dreaming is not just a human phenomenon, but a biological function rooted deep in evolution. If so, then dreams may serve a fundamental purpose, one that has helped species survive and adapt for millions of years. As you listen now, let yourself imagine your own brain as this great theater, dimming the lights of consciousness, lowering the curtain of wakefulness, and letting the performance of dreams begin. Each night, without fail, you are both the audience and the actor in the most personal, mysterious play ever written, the story of your own mind. Imagine drifting into the deeper layers of sleep. Your breathing slows, your heartbeat softens, and from the outside, it appears as though nothing is happening. Yet, within the hidden circuits of your brain, a storm is brewing. Neurons fire in rapid bursts, your eyes flicker beneath closed eyelids, and the electrical rhythm of your mind begins to resemble that of someone wide awake. This is the paradox of REM sleep, a state where the body is almost frozen, but the brain burns with extraordinary activity. Scientists call it paradoxical sleep for a reason. The body is resting, almost completely immobilized, but the brain is lit up like a city at night. If you were hooked up to an EEG machine during REM sleep, the patterns would look strikingly similar to when you are awake and alert. This raises an unsettling question. Why would nature design such an energy-demanding process when the purpose of sleep should be recovery and conservation? The current understanding is that REM sleep and the dreams it produces are essential for emotional regulation and creativity. During REM, the brain's chemistry changes dramatically. Levels of certain neurotransmitters drop, particularly those tied to stress and wakeful focus, while others surge to promote imagination and emotional processing. It is almost as though the brain creates a laboratory environment, lowering the defenses of logic and allowing feelings, memories, and symbols to mix freely. Out of this mix comes the surreal theater of dreams. Think about the odd logic of your dreams. You might find yourself speaking to a loved one who has been gone for years, or standing in a city that looks familiar yet impossible. In REM, the strict rules of time and space dissolve, because the brain is no longer filtering experience through the rational prefrontal cortex. Instead, it is letting the emotional centers, like the amygdala, take the stage. This is why dreams often feel dramatic, charged with intensity, and sometimes frightening. Interestingly, REM dreams seem to help us handle emotions we cannot fully process during the day. Studies have shown that people who are deprived of REM sleep become more irritable, less able to cope with stress, and even show difficulties in memory and concentration. In contrast, when the brain is allowed to complete these REM cycles, it appears to smooth out emotional distress, almost like running a healing program overnight. This could explain why a stressful day sometimes feels lighter after a full night of sleep, because your brain has literally worked through the emotions while you dreamed. But REM sleep does more than regulate mood. It may also be the birthplace of human creativity. History is full of examples of breakthroughs that came through dreams. A chemist imagining the ring structure of benzene, a composer hearing entire melodies while asleep, or an inventor solving mechanical problems in a dream. These are not just lucky accidents. They reveal how REM loosens the boundaries of thought, allowing new connections to emerge. The physical signs of REM are also fascinating. Your eyes dart back and forth rapidly, as though you are watching the events of the dream unfold on an inner screen. Your muscles, however, are kept almost completely still. This paralysis is protective. Without it, you would physically act out your dreams, which could be dangerous. In rare cases, this system fails, leading to REM sleep behavior disorder, where people physically move during dreams, sometimes with surprising force. Even more intriguing, REM sleep occupies a large portion of early life. Infants spend up to half of their sleep in REM, far more than adults. Why would newborns, who have limited experiences and memories, need such a heavy dose of dream-filled sleep? Many scientists believe REM is critical for brain development, a way for the young mind to wire itself, rehearse sensations, and prepare for the complex task of living. From this perspective, dreams are not random illusions. They are a necessary function, deeply tied to the survival and growth of the brain. Each night, your mind steps into this hidden stage, replaying emotions, rewriting memories, and experimenting with new connections. The result may feel strange, even nonsensical, but beneath the chaos lies a purpose to keep you balanced, adaptive, and resilient. As you listen, think about the last time you woke from a vivid dream. The feeling might have lingered in your body, a trace of fear, joy, or wonder. That residue is the fingerprint of REM. It is evidence that your brain has been working, sculpting your emotional world while you slept. And though you may forget most of the content, your brain carries forward the effects, shaping who you are the next day. So the question remains, if REM is so powerful, what exactly happens when dreams slip beyond memory? Why do we so often wake up unable to recall them? That mystery takes us deeper into the mechanics of memory and the strange nature of dream recall. A path we'll follow next. Asterisk. Every night, your brain becomes a quiet builder, working in the shadows to shape who you are. The bricks it uses are your memories, and the mortar is your emotion. Without dreams, this process would crumble, leaving you with a mind that cannot properly heal, remember, or adapt. Let's begin with memory. During the day, you are flooded with input. The words you read, the faces you see, the feelings you experience. Your brain cannot store all of it, nor should it. Imagine trying to keep every single detail from today, the exact number of cars you passed, the color of each shirt in a crowd, every sound you heard in the background. It would be overwhelming. Instead, your brain selects. Sleep, and especially dreaming sleep, acts like a filter. It decides what should be kept, strengthened, or discarded. Dreams play an important role here. They replay fragments of memory, often reshaping them into strange forms. This may seem chaotic, but studies suggest it's part of the process of consolidation. When you dream of a classroom that looks like your home, or a conversation with a friend in a place you've never been, your brain is stitching together pieces of information into networks. These networks become the foundation of learning and creativity. One of the mysteries is why dreams are often forgotten. Most people lose about 95% of their dreams within minutes of waking. At first, this seems like a flaw, but it may actually be a feature. If you remembered every dream in perfect detail, your waking mind might confuse dream memories with real ones. Forgetting protects you, ensuring that the dream workshop doesn't spill too heavily into daily life. What lingers instead is the effect, the emotional resolution, the insight, the feeling of lightness or unease. But dreams are not only about memory. They may also serve a survival function. Psychologists have proposed what's called the threat simulation theory. In this view, dreams act like a virtual training ground. When you dream of running from danger, fighting an enemy, or navigating through chaos, your brain may be rehearsing scenarios to prepare you for real life. It's like a built-in simulator, letting you practice without risk. Some researchers believe this explains why nightmares are so common. They force you to confront challenges in a safe environment. Sharpening your instincts, evolution seems to support this. For millions of years, survival depended on quick reactions to threats. A brain that could mentally rehearse danger, even during rest, had an advantage. This may also explain why dream themes are often primal: being chased, falling, losing something precious. These are ancient concerns wired into us long before modern life. Yet, dreams are not just about fear. They also nurture imagination. The blending of unrelated memories creates new ideas. In this way, dreams may have fueled not only survival, but also human culture. Our myths, art, and even science may owe something to the strange combinations our brains create at night. The cave painter imagining animals in motion. The storyteller weaving impossible tales. The inventor sparking with new designs all might trace their inspiration to the theater of dreams. What makes this even more fascinating is how dreams adapt to the dreamer. Someone learning a new skill, like playing an instrument or mastering a sport, often dreams about it. These dreams are not random. They directly support the process of practice. Musicians dream of melodies, athletes of movement, students of problems they've studied. By the morning, their brains are literally stronger at these tasks. On a deeper level, dreams might also help us construct our very sense of self. They allow us to experiment with identities, to face emotions we resist while awake, and to integrate experiences that don't fit neatly into daily life. In dreams, we can encounter the impossible, revisit the past, or meet imagined futures. These experiences, though fleeting, contribute to the rich tapestry of who we are. And so, while you sleep tonight, your brain will once again return to its role as the silent builder. You may not remember the details when you wake, but you will carry the results. Memories filed neatly, emotions balanced, creativity renewed. Dreams, in their mystery, are not meaningless illusions. They are tools of survival, engines of learning, and mirrors of the soul. As we close this first chapter, consider this. Every dream you've ever had, whether forgotten or remembered, has shaped you. The mind you wake up with each morning is not the same as the one that went to sleep. Each night, in silence and shadow, your brain works tirelessly to weave the next version of you. And now, with the foundation of dreams explored, we can begin to wander further. Beyond the mind's private theater lies the broader stage of nature and the cosmos. In the next chapter, we will see how the science of sleep connects to the rhythms of Earth itself, the cycles of light, time, and life that shape when and how we dream. Every time you close your eyes, you hand over control of your memories to a silent guardian. Think of your brain at night as a vast library filled with countless shelves, each holding the experiences of your life. During the day, you toss books onto these shelves, chaotically conversations, images, emotions, lessons. By evening, the library is overflowing, disorganized, almost unusable. And so, when sleep arrives, the librarian goes to work. This librarian is your dreaming mind. As you drift into the cycles of non-REM and REM sleep, the brain begins cataloging the day's events. Some memories are filed away for long-term storage. Some are tagged as important for survival or learning, while others are quietly discarded. Dreams are like the scribbles and sketches the librarian makes while organizing the system, fragments of experience, rewritten, merged, or exaggerated. The science behind this is called memory consolidation. Research shows that during deep non-REM sleep, the brain replays patterns of activity that occurred while you were awake. For example, a rat running a maze will later replay the same brain patterns during sleep, as if rehearsing the route. Humans do the same. When you study for an exam, practice a musical piece, or rehearse a skill, your brain repeats those neural patterns at night, strengthening the connections between neurons. Dreams often reflect this rehearsal. You may dream of solving problems, practicing movements, or encountering the same challenges from the day. Interestingly, it's not just repetition. The brain doesn't store memories like a camera. It reconstructs them, weaving them into networks of related ideas. That's why you might dream of playing piano in a room that looks like your childhood bedroom. Your brain is linking a new skill to an old memory, creating bridges that make retrieval easier. This process is crucial for learning. Experiments have shown that students who sleep after studying perform significantly better than those who stay awake. Even short naps can enhance memory, especially if they include REM cycles. In fact, the very architecture of sleep seems designed to optimize memory. Deep sleep to stabilize new knowledge. REM sleep to integrate it into the broader story of who you are. But dreams go beyond academics. They also process everyday life. The faces you've seen, the places you've been, the emotions you've carried. Your brain doesn't distinguish between important and ordinary in the way you think it does. It processes everything, deciding later what to emphasize. That's why even mundane details can slip into dreams. A stranger's voice, a passing billboard, the smell of food. These fragments may seem random, but they are being sorted, tagged, and linked. Another fascinating aspect is how dreams protect memory from interference. During the day, new experiences can overwrite or blur older ones. But while you dream, the brain shields memories, giving them time to solidify. It's like placing wet cement in a mold. If left alone, it hardens into something permanent. If disturbed, it loses its shape. Dreams provide the stillness needed for memories to set. This makes dreams vital for your personal identity. Without them, your experiences would fade too quickly. People deprived of REM sleep often struggle with memory, as though their lives are slipping through their fingers. In extreme cases, dream deprivation has been linked to confusion, difficulty learning, and even hallucinations. It is as if the librarian stopped working. The books pile up, the shelves collapse, and the mind begins to lose itself. And so, each night, your brain performs this unseen labor. While you rest, it files your joys and struggles, strengthens your skills, and ensures that the story of your life continues without falling apart. Dreams are the evidence of this work, fragments of the librarian's scribbles, pages from the drafts, glimpses into the silent, essential process that shapes you into who you are. So the next time you wake from a dream that feels odd or confusing, remember this: it may be your brain's way of building your memory, one fragile thread at a time. Asterisk as we drift deeper into the mystery of memory and dreams. We encounter a fascinating paradox while we are asleep and seemingly disconnected from reality. Our brain is actually performing one of the most critical jobs it will ever do, sculpting the architecture of who we are. Every recollection, every lesson learned, every moment of joy or pain is stored and reshaped while the conscious mind rests. It is during dreaming that memory becomes more than a collection of files. It becomes a living, evolving narrative. Imagine a painter in a studio late at night reworking old canvases. Some are carefully retouched with new details, while others are painted over, transformed into something entirely different. This is precisely what your brain does with memory while you dream. Dreams act like a brush, layering, revising, and blending experiences into the larger story of your identity. Memory consolidation. During REM sleep, one of the most studied roles of dreams is their link to memory consolidation. During rapid eye movement (REM sleep), the brain shows heightened activity in regions associated with emotion and learning, such as the hippocampus and amygdala. Neuroscientists have discovered that while we dream, the hippocampus essentially replays the day's events. It is like a teacher repeating a lesson to make sure it sticks. This replay strengthens connections between neurons, embedding fresh experiences into long-term memory. However, what is truly fascinating is that these replays are not exact duplicates. Instead, the brain takes fragments of experience and reshuffles them, placing people you know in unfamiliar settings, combining events from different times, or turning everyday scenarios into bizarre adventures. This imaginative reconstruction is thought to serve a purpose. It makes memories more flexible, allowing us to apply what we've learned to new and unpredictable situations, forgetting as a gift. While dreams help us remember, they also help us forget. Every day, your brain collects far more information than you could possibly retain. Most of it, like what shirt someone wore on the bus or the exact shape of a cloud you saw, is not useful. Without a process to filter and prune, our minds would drown in irrelevant details. Dreams play the role of a gardener, pruning unnecessary neural connections so that the important ones can thrive. This is why, paradoxically, forgetting is one of the most valuable functions of dreaming. By letting go of excess noise, your brain clears space for clarity and focus. Think of it as spring cleaning for the mind, teething up the clutter so the essentials shine through: emotional memories and nightmares. But memory is not only about facts and skills. It is also about emotions. Often, our dreams revisit moments charged with strong feelings: fear, love, embarrassment, or longing. This is why nightmares, though unpleasant, have an important psychological role. They allow us to confront emotional challenges in a safe, virtual space. Researchers believe nightmares may function as a kind of rehearsal by facing threats in dreams. We prepare ourselves emotionally for real-life challenges. Consider a recurring dream where you are chased by something you cannot quite see. Though frightening, the scenario may mirror a real anxiety, perhaps a looming deadline, unresolved conflict, or hidden fear. In the dream world, your brain transforms this abstract stress into something tangible, something you can run from, face, or eventually overcome. This symbolic rehearsal can make the waking world feel more manageable. Creativity and memory fusion. Dreams do not just replay memories. They recombine them in astonishingly creative ways. This fusion of memory and imagination has inspired countless innovations throughout history. The chemist Auguste Kekule dreamed of a snake biting its own tail, which led him to the structure of the benzene molecule. Paul McCartney reportedly heard the melody of Yesterday in a dream before writing it down. In both cases, the dreaming brain fused fragments of experience into something entirely new. This suggests that dreams are not random nonsense, but rather a creative laboratory. When we sleep, our brains test out unusual combinations, break down rigid associations, and generate fresh connections. Memory becomes a playground where knowledge and imagination dance freely. Dreams as personal archives. Think for a moment about your own dream life. Have you ever had a dream where someone from your distant past reappeared? Someone you had not thought of in years? This is another layer of memory at work. Dreams act as archivists, retrieving long-buried files and putting them on display. Sometimes this retrieval is surprising, even unsettling, because it reminds us that nothing we experience is ever truly lost. Even memories we think we have forgotten may still influence us, surfacing in the symbolic language of dreams, the mystery of why we forget dreams. And yet, ironically, while dreams play such a powerful role in processing memory, we often cannot remember them upon waking. Scientists suggest that this is because the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for rational, Thought and memory recalls less active during REM sleep. It is as if dreams are designed to shape memory without necessarily becoming memories themselves. They act in the background like quiet workers who leave no trace once the job is done. Still, some people train themselves to remember dreams through journaling or lucid dreaming techniques. Doing so can give us a rare glimpse into the hidden workings of memory. Like opening the backstage door of a theater and watching the actors rehearse before the curtain rises. As we move deeper into the nocturnal work of the mind, it becomes clear that dreams are not only about memory in isolation. They are inseparable from emotion, the subtleties of experience, and the very essence of personal growth. While the brain consolidates memories, it simultaneously integrates them with feelings, painting the landscape of the mind in colors, both vivid and nuanced. Emotional experiences, especially those unresolved during the day, are often the threads that surface most prominently in dreams. These threads may twist into bizarre, fantastical narratives, yet each carries a fragment of truth, a reflection of what the subconscious seeks to understand, process, or release when we dream of intense experiences. Whether joyful or frightening, the brain is performing a form of rehearsal. It allows us to confront scenarios safely, to explore outcomes and reactions without real-world consequences. A nightmare of falling, being chased, or losing something precious is not random torment, but a mechanism by which the mind simulates danger, stress, or challenge. Over time, this nocturnal simulation strengthens emotional resilience. People often awaken with a sense of relief, an inexplicable calm, or an unusual insight. The mind has faced and processed a miniature crisis while the body remained at rest, silently sharpening emotional acuity for the waking hours. Even mundane or seemingly nonsensical dreams serve this purpose. A dream where the scenery shifts abruptly or characters transform unexpectedly may appear chaotic, but it is precisely this unpredictability that allows the brain to practice flexibility. Neural networks are stimulated. Connections that would remain dormant in wakefulness are activated, and new pathways are tested. This makes problem-solving more fluid, creativity more accessible, and adaptability more natural. In essence, dreams act as nightly rehearsals for the challenges, surprises, and opportunities that life inevitably presents. Memory and emotion intertwine more closely in dreams than in any other cognitive process. Traumatic events, particularly, often resurface in the dream world, allowing the psyche to confront experiences that are too complex or painful to process fully while awake. Through repetition and reconfiguration, even distressing memories can gradually lose their intensity. It is as if the brain experiments with exposure and resolution, providing a form of emotional therapy that is both subtle and deeply effective. For this reason, consistent sleep and dreaming are vital not only for cognitive function, but also for psychological well-being. Creativity. 2. Benefits from this intimate connection between memory and emotion. Many dreams are amalgamations of disparate elements, faces, places, concepts, and sensations woven together in ways that defy logic yet inspire insight. Artists, writers, and inventors across history have attested to dreams that offered solutions, images, or compositions that were otherwise inaccessible to conscious thought. By combining memory, emotional resonance, and imagination, dreams serve as a bridge between what we know and what we can create, opening doors to innovation and self-expression. The phenomenon of forgetting dreams upon waking adds another layer of mystery. While it may seem counterintuitive that such a potent process leaves little recall, forgetting is crucial to the function of dreams. The brain's prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thought and deliberate memory storage, is relatively inactive during REM. This inactivity allows for the free flow of thought, unbound by the constraints of logic or chronology. As a result, the dreaming mind can explore scenarios freely, unencumbered by the risk of confusing fantasy with reality. The lessons, rehearsals, and emotional processing remain encoded in the subconscious. Even if the narrative itself fades like mist in morning light, dreams are also remarkably adaptive. They respond to our waking concerns, reflecting our current priorities, anxieties, and experiences. Someone learning a new skill may dream of practice. Someone grieving may encounter lost loved ones, and someone facing uncertainty may navigate symbolic landscapes of challenge or opportunity. These dreams are not random. They are tailored to the brain's assessment of what is relevant for survival, adaptation, and personal growth. By continually integrating past experiences with present concerns, dreams maintain an ongoing dialogue between memory and emotion, past and future, subconscious and conscious mind, sleep, dreaming, and memory together form a cycle of profound significance. During sleep, the brain selectively strengthens, prunes, and integrates memories. Through dreaming, it merges these memories with emotional and imaginative elements, creating simulations that refine our reactions, enhance creativity, and sustain psychological balance. The mind becomes both laboratory and playground, a theater of infinite possibilities where experiences are replayed, rewritten, and reimagined. Even dreams we cannot consciously recall have contributed to this process, leaving invisible but tangible effects on our cognition, mood, and identity. This ongoing interplay between memory, emotion, and dreams illuminates why sleep is more than a passive state. Each night, the mind is engaged in intricate work, quietly constructing the architecture of our mental, emotional, and creative lives. Dreams are the evidence of this work. Fragments of memory reorganized, emotional experiences rehearsed, and new connections forged. The content may appear bizarre, illogical, or fantastical. Yet beneath the surface lies a meticulously organized process designed to strengthen, heal, and inspire as you listen. Consider the unseen labor of your own mind. Every memory, every feeling, every fragment of experience is being attended to, processed, and integrated while you rest. Dreams are the brushstrokes on this living canvas, subtle yet profound, shaping your thoughts, emotions, and creativity in ways that science is only beginning to fully understand. They are the nightly narrative that keeps your identity coherent, your skills sharp, and your imagination alive. They remind us that the act of sleeping is never passive, and that within the quiet of night, the brain is performing some of its most essential, mysterious, and beautiful work. Every night, as darkness falls and the world quiets, your mind begins to tell stories. These stories are not scripted by your conscious self, they arise spontaneously, guided by neural networks, emotions, and memories interwoven in ways that often defy logic. From the simplest daydreams to elaborate narratives, dreams are a natural product of brain activity. But why does the mind tell these stories? And what, if anything, do they mean? Modern neuroscience offers fascinating insights. Dreams are primarily linked to REM sleep, the phase during which your brain is most active. During this time, neurons fire in patterns that replay, reorganize, and simulate experiences. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational planning, is relatively quiet, while the limbic system, the seat of emotion, is highly active. This imbalance explains why dreams are so often emotional, illogical, and fantastical. The stories unfold freely, unbound by the constraints of waking thought. Scientists once dismissed dreams as meaningless, byproducts of random brain activity. The activation synthesis hypothesis proposed that dreams were the brain's attempt to make sense of random electrical signals. While this model explains some aspects of dream formation, it does not account for the consistent themes, patterns, and emotional significance that dreams often carry. Over time, research has revealed that dreams serve a far more complex purpose. They are integral to learning, memory consolidation, emotional regulation, And even problem-solving memory consolidation is a key function. The brain selectively replays experiences, strengthening certain neural pathways while weakening others. In dreams, memories are recombined, sometimes creating entirely new scenarios. These recombinations can help you process experiences, make sense of emotions, and prepare for future challenges. For example, if you are stressed about an upcoming presentation, your dreams may simulate similar situations, helping you rehearse responses and reduce anxiety. In this way, dreams act as both a laboratory and a rehearsal space for the mind. Emotion is another central aspect of dream meaning. The limbic system's dominance during REM sleep explains why dreams can be so emotionally charged. Anxiety, fear, joy, and longing surface vividly, often without logical context. This emotional intensity serves an important purpose. It allows the brain to work through unresolved feelings safely. Nightmares, while unpleasant, can function as practice for confronting fear or danger. Likewise, dreams filled with joy or achievement may reinforce positive emotions and boost confidence. The mind uses dreams to calibrate emotional responses, helping us navigate waking life more effectively. Recent studies also highlight the role of dreams in creativity. When the brain freely recombines memories and emotions without the oversight of logical reasoning, novel ideas emerge. Many artists, scientists, and writers have credited dreams with inspiration. For instance, solutions to complex problems often appear in dreams because the mind has reorganized information in ways that conscious thought cannot achieve. Dreams, therefore, can be seen as a cognitive sandbox, a safe environment for experimentation, innovation, and insight. Interpretation of dreams is a more nuanced domain. While popular culture often reduces dream meaning to symbolic guesses, being chased means fear. Flying means freedom. Scientists emphasize that personal context matters. The meaning of any element in a dream depends on your unique experiences, memories, and emotions. The same dream may carry vastly different significance for different individuals. What remains consistent, however, is the function. The brain is actively organizing, rehearsing, and integrating experiences, emotions, and insights. Regardless of the specific narrative, physiological signals during sleep also influence dream content. External stimulus, sounds, temperature, light can be woven into dreams, demonstrating that the dreaming brain continuously monitors its environment. Even a faint sound, like a phone vibration or a clock ticking, may appear as a dramatic event in the dream narrative. This highlights the brain's constant blending of internal and external information, creating a seamless, immersive experience that feels real while asleep. Another remarkable finding is that dreams often reflect ongoing mental challenges or psychological states. Individuals under stress, trauma, or intense focus may experience dreams directly related to these conditions. This adaptive quality suggests that dreaming is not random but targeted, an ongoing mechanism that responds to mental and emotional needs. By exploring scenarios, rehearsing responses, and processing feelings in dreams, the brain maintains cognitive flexibility and emotional balance. Interestingly, the science of dreams also touches on evolution. Humans are not unique in experiencing REM sleep and vivid dreams. Most mammals show similar patterns. The adaptive functions of dreams, such as threat simulation, rehearsal of survival skills, and emotional processing, likely provided evolutionary advantages. Dreaming may have been a way for our ancestors to prepare for dangers, practice social interactions, and manage complex emotions, all while remaining safely asleep. Despite decades of research, much about dreams remains mysterious. We know they are not purely random, yet we cannot fully predict their content. We understand they aid memory, emotion, and creativity. But the subjective experience, the feeling of wonder, fear, or joy upon waking, is difficult to quantify. What is clear, however, is that dreams are a fundamental aspect of human cognition, bridging memory, emotion, and imagination in ways that remain both scientifically fascinating and deeply personal. As you drift further into sleep, consider this: your dreams are not just idle fantasies. They are active simulations, laboratories for the mind, and rehearsals for life. They integrate the past, process the present, and even prepare you for the future. Whether remembered vividly or forgotten upon waking, each dream contributes to the ongoing story of who you are, subtly shaping your thoughts, emotions, and perceptions. As we continue to explore the science of dreams, it becomes clear that our minds are both storytellers and pattern seekers. The brain is wired to find meaning, to connect the dots even when those dots seem random. This explains why dreams, no matter how strange or chaotic they appear, often contain recurring themes: being chased, flying, falling, or interacting with familiar faces in unfamiliar settings. These patterns are not coincidental. They emerge from the brain's attempt to process experience, emotion, and expectation simultaneously. Researchers have discovered that while the content of dreams is highly personal, there are universal motifs across cultures and individuals. Many people, regardless of background, report dreams of being pursued or feeling unprepared for a challenge. Others experience flying, falling, or navigating a labyrinth. Neuroscience suggests that these recurring scenarios reflect fundamental concerns of human existence, survival, mastery, freedom, and the unknown. The brain draws upon both memory and imagination to craft symbolic narratives that address these deep-seated concerns, often without the dreamer's conscious awareness. The symbolic nature of dreams is not merely poetic, it is functional. By representing complex emotions or experiences through metaphor, the brain can process them more efficiently. Consider the sensation of falling. It may not signify a literal fear of heights, but rather a loss of control or anxiety in waking life. Similarly, being chased could reflect a personal stressor or unresolved conflict. Dreams condense and abstract reality, allowing the mind to simulate emotional challenges and explore solutions without the risks of the real world. This pattern making extends to creativity as well. The brain excels at detecting relationships between seemingly unrelated elements. In dreams, it combines fragments of memory, sensory input, and emotion into novel scenarios. This is why dreams often feel bizarre, yet emotionally resonant. The mind is not only reviewing past experiences, but also experimenting with new configurations, testing hypothetical situations, and forging innovative connections. Many breakthroughs in art, science, and problem-solving have emerged from insights gained during sleep, demonstrating the profound utility of this nightly creative process. Dreams also serve as a laboratory for rehearsal. When you dream about confronting a challenge, negotiating a social situation, or responding to danger, your brain activates neural circuits that mirror those needed for real-life performance. This simulated experience strengthens pathways that support cognition, emotional regulation, and even motor skills. Over time, this rehearsal can enhance both mental and physical readiness, illustrating that dreams are far more than passive experiences. They are active training sessions. For the mind, emotion continues to play a central role. The limbic system's dominance during REM sleep explains why even small memories can trigger intense feelings in dreams. The brain pairs events with emotional weight, giving significance to experiences that might otherwise be overlooked. In this way, dreams act as emotional calibrators, helping us process trauma, navigate anxiety, and reinforce positive experiences. Dreams provide an arena for emotional integration, allowing both subtle and intense feelings to be acknowledged, processed, and balanced. Modern imaging techniques, like fMRI, have confirmed that during dreaming, networks involved in memory, emotion, and sensory perception are highly active, while logical reasoning is dampened. This neural patterning explains the strange coherence and bizarre narrative shifts common in dreams. The brain is simultaneously constructing a story and experimenting with variations, testing alternative outcomes and creating connections that may never occur in waking life. Dreams thus function as both memory integrators and cognitive rehearsals, merging the known with the imagined in seamless, fluid narratives. Even external stimuli, sounds, smells, temperature can influence the symbolic content of dreams. A ringing phone might become a ringing bell in a dream, signaling an urgent message, while a draft under the door could become a mysterious wind sweeping through a haunted corridor. The brain absorbs these inputs and weaves them into the ongoing narrative, demonstrating a remarkable flexibility and capacity for integration. Dreams are continuously shaped by both internal and external realities, forming an intricate tapestry that is part memory, part emotion, part imagination. The adaptive purpose of dreams extends to psychological resilience. By confronting symbolic threats, unresolved emotions, and hypothetical scenarios, the mind builds coping mechanisms that carry over into waking life. Individuals who dream vividly and frequently often demonstrate enhanced problem-solving abilities, emotional insight, and creativity. This underscores the notion that dreams are not random artifacts, but sophisticated processes with tangible benefits for cognitive and emotional health. Yet, despite these insights, the precise interpretation of any given dream remains a deeply personal matter. While neuroscience can explain why dreams occur and how they function, the meaning is shaped by the dreamer's experiences, memories, and emotions. The brain constructs narratives that reflect both universal themes and intimate realities. Understanding a dream, therefore, requires an appreciation of the complex interplay between biology, memory, emotion, and personal context, a dynamic that science is only beginning to map with precision as you continue to drift into slumber. Consider that every dream, no matter how fantastical, serves a purpose. It helps organize memory, refine emotion, foster creativity, and prepare you for life's challenges. Dreams are both mirrors and laboratories, reflecting who you are and offering simulations of who you might become. Even forgotten dreams leave subtle imprints, quietly shaping cognition and mood, ensuring that the mind awakens, ready to navigate the complexities of the world. As we approach the deeper layers of dream science, one striking observation emerges. Despite decades of research, dreams remain both profoundly understood and astonishingly mysterious. Neuroscientists have mapped much of the brain's activity during sleep, pinpointing which regions light up during REM and non-REM phases. Yet the subjective experience, the narrative, the symbols, the emotions continues to defy precise explanation. Every night, your brain orchestrates a complex symphony of neural activity, integrating memory, emotion, and imagination, producing a theater of the mind that is unique to you. Scientific studies have demonstrated that dreams are intimately tied to the processing of recent and distant memories. Experiments with participants learning new tasks or skills show that the brain replays these experiences during sleep, strengthening synaptic connections. Even if a dream seems unrelated to the task, subtle patterns emerge: a problem solved, a challenge rehearsed, or an insight gained. Sleep and dreaming act as a feedback loop, reinforcing learning while reorganizing memory networks. Yet dreams are not purely functional. They are rich with emotion, often dramatizing fears, desires, and unresolved conflicts. Researchers have long debated the meaning of these emotional narratives. The threat simulation theory, for instance, proposes that nightmares and dreams involving danger allow the brain to rehearse responses to potential threats. By practicing avoidance, confrontation, or problem-solving in a risk-free environment, the mind enhances survival skills. Even seemingly trivial dreams may serve this purpose on a symbolic level, preparing us for challenges that are psychological rather than physical. Cultural, perspectives on dream meaning add a fascinating layer. Across centuries and civilizations, dreams have been interpreted as messages from the divine, glimpses into the future, or windows into the soul. While modern neuroscience reframes dreams in biological terms, these cultural interpretations reveal an enduring human recognition that dreams matter. They are not simply background noise. They are mirrors reflecting inner life, tools for insight, and, in some traditions, guides for decision-making. This intersection of biology and culture underscores a profound truth. Dreams occupy a space between the objective and the subjective, between neural firing and personal meaning. Technological advances have allowed scientists to investigate dreams more precisely. Functional MRI and EEG studies reveal that the brain during REM sleep activates areas responsible for visual imagery, emotion, and memory, while areas governing logical reasoning and self-monitoring are less engaged. This explains why dreams are often vivid yet surreal, emotionally intense yet illogical. Moreover, studies tracking eye movements, heart rate, and breathing patterns during dreams show that the brain responds to stimuli in ways that mimic real experiences. A person dreaming of running may display subtle physical cues as if the body is preparing for motion, highlighting the profound integration of mind and body during sleep. Some of the most compelling research involves dream recall and meaning. While most people forget the majority of their dreams, those who record them consistently demonstrate improved awareness of patterns in their dream life. These patterns can reveal ongoing emotional concerns, unresolved conflicts, or recurring cognitive themes. Understanding these threads does not require symbolic decoding in a mystical sense. Rather, it involves observing how memory, emotion, and imagination interact. In this way, dreams provide a window into the unconscious mind, offering insights into priorities, anxieties, and desires that might otherwise remain hidden. The brain's capacity for pattern recognition is central to the experience of dream meaning. Humans are wired to detect connections, anticipate outcomes, and assign significance. During dreams, this capacity is amplified. The mind combines fragments of memory, emotion, and sensory input into narratives that often appear coherent yet defy logic. Faces from childhood may merge with colleagues, landscapes shift unpredictably, and events from different times intertwine seamlessly. This creative recombination is not accidental. It is a reflection of the brain's ongoing work to integrate experiences and emotions, offering both rehearsal and reflection in a single, immersive experience. Research also shows that dreams can influence waking cognition. Problem-solving, creativity, and emotional regulation are enhanced by the nightly activity of the brain. Historical anecdotes abound of artists, inventors, and thinkers deriving insights directly from dreams. From chemistry to music, architecture to literature, the recombination of memory and imagination that occurs in dreams often yields novel solutions or ideas. The mind is effectively running simulations, testing scenarios, and exploring outcomes, all while the conscious self sleeps peacefully, unaware of the intricate work being done. Despite the advances in dream science, some mysteries remain. Why do certain dreams recur over decades? Why do some individuals have vivid, emotionally intense dreams while others rarely recall theirs? How exactly does the brain decide which experiences to process in dreams and which to let fade? These questions continue to inspire researchers, highlighting that while we can map the mechanics of dreams, their phenomenology, the lived experience, remains elusive. Each dream is a personal story, shaped by neural processes, memories, emotions, and unique psychological context, making the act of dreaming both universal and deeply individual. It is also important to recognize the subtle impact of forgotten dreams. Even when the narrative is lost upon waking, the neural processing and emotional integration that occurred during the dream persist. Learning is enhanced, emotional tension is reduced, and cognitive flexibility is increased. Dreams, whether remembered or not, leave traces that shape mood, decision-making, and perception. They are silent, invisible sculptors of the mind, continuously working to refine the self while the conscious mind rests. As we reflect on the science of dreams, it becomes clear that these nightly stories are far more than whimsical images or random neural noise. They are functional, adaptive, and deeply intertwined with memory, emotion, and creativity. Dreams serve as a rehearsal space for life, a laboratory for the imagination, and a mirror for the unconscious. Each dream, whether mundane or fantastical, plays a role in organizing our mental life, preparing us for future challenges, and enriching our emotional landscape. So as you listen, perhaps lying in bed, let your mind wander. Consider that the strange characters, shifting landscapes, and unusual scenarios that appear in your dreams are not meaningless. They are the expressions of your brain's profound capacity to integrate, process, and simulate life itself. Dreams are the silent symphony of the mind, the nightly dance of memory and imagination, the intimate theater in which your inner life unfolds while the world outside rests. They remind us that even in darkness and stillness, the brain is alive, curious, and endlessly creative. By understanding the science of dreams, we begin to appreciate that every night's journey is both a reflection and a preparation, a bridge between what has been experienced, what is felt, and what may yet come. In these silent hours, your brain continues its most essential work, quietly shaping memory, refining emotion, and offering glimpses into the complex, beautiful architecture of the human mind. Dreams are more than stories. They are living evidence of your mind at work, ever exploring, ever adapting, ever imagining. As night deepens and the world outside quiets, your mind begins a journey beyond the familiar streets, the routines of the day, and even the boundaries of reality. In this chapter, we will wander across astonishing, lesser-known facts about our world, facts that can inspire wonder, curiosity, and awe. While your body rests, your brain remains active, absorbing these stories, weaving them into memory, and enhancing your sense of connection with the universe around you. Consider the vast oceans that cover more than 70% of the planet. Beneath the waves lie mysteries that scientists are only beginning to uncover. For example, did you know that there are underwater rivers? In certain parts of the ocean, dense, salty water can carve channels along the seabed, flowing like rivers beneath the waves. These submarine rivers carry sediment, nutrients, and even heat across great distances, shaping the seafloor and influencing the ecosystems above. The very idea of a hidden river flowing silently beneath the ocean can be as mesmerizing as a dreamscape itself. The world is full of extremes, often hidden from casual observation. The coldest place on Earth is not where you might expect, is a high plateau in Antarctica, where temperatures have plunged below -128 degrees Fahrenheit. Yet, at the opposite end, deserts like the Lut in Iran or the Atacama in Chile reach staggering heat during the day, baking the sands and creating landscapes that feel otherworldly. Imagine drifting through these extremes in your mind. The icy stillness of a frozen plateau contrasting with the fiery brilliance of desert. Soon a mental journey that mirrors the strange and shifting landscapes of dreams. Even in the skies above, the world surprises us. Lightning, which many think of as a brief, brilliant flash, can stretch across tens of miles and take the form of sprites and elves. Transient, colorful electrical phenomena high in the atmosphere. Sprites are ghostly red shapes dancing above thunderstorms, while elves expand in a luminous circle at the very edge of the sky. These phenomena are fleeting and rare, yet they reveal the complexity and hidden beauty of the atmosphere, demonstrating that the world around us is constantly alive with activity that is invisible to most of us. Turning toward the natural world closer to the ground, consider the incredible abilities of animals. Certain species of octopus can change the color, texture, and even the shape of their bodies in an instant, creating illusions that can fool predators, prey, or even humans observing them. Birds like the lyrebird can mimic the sounds of entire ecosystems, from chainsaws to camera shutters, demonstrating auditory creativity that rivals our own. Meanwhile, microscopic life thrives in extreme conditions, from scalding hydrothermal vents to acidic hot springs, reminding us that life adapts in ways both ingenious and astonishing. Human achievements also offer surprising stories. There are bridges and tunnels that stretch across landscapes in ways that seem impossible. The Great Wall of China, winding over 13,000 miles, was built with human hands, stone by stone, across mountains and deserts. Beneath the earth, enormous cave systems like Mammoth Cave in Kentucky extend for hundreds of miles, hiding underground rivers, stalagmites, and ecosystems largely untouched by light. These places remind us that the world is layered with hidden wonders, waiting to be discovered both physically and in our imagination. Even the planets beyond Earth harbor secrets. Venus, with its scorching surface and crushing atmospheric pressure, rotates backward relative to most planets, while Jupiter, the gas giant, has a storm the size of Earth, the Great Red Spot, that has raged for centuries. Saturn's rings are not solid but composed of countless icy particles, and Uranus spins almost on its side, tilting the entire planet in a cosmic dance. As we let these facts settle in our minds, the Earth becomes part of a larger cosmic tapestry, a dreamlike context in which every fact is a star illuminating the night sky of understanding. Back on Earth, human history contains hidden wonders as well. Archaeologists have discovered cities buried beneath sand or water that reveal civilizations long forgotten. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey is more than 11,000 years old, predating Stonehenge by millennia, and contains intricate carvings and stone circles whose purpose is still debated. The ocean floor holds shipwrecks frozen in time, revealing stories of trade, exploration, and human endeavor. Even ordinary objects, like a well-preserved coin or a fragment of pottery, can open windows into entire worlds of history and imagination. The Earth also exhibits strange and paradoxical phenomena. In certain places, gravity seems to bend illusions. Cars appear to roll uphill. Rivers flow backward, and stones seem to move on their own. These gravity hills create optical illusions caused by the surrounding landscape, reminding us that perception can be as mysterious as reality itself. Similarly, bioluminescent bays, like those in Puerto Rico, light up at night with the movement of tiny organisms, turning ordinary water into glowing, dreamlike rivers. Even everyday elements contain marvels we rarely consider. Water, though familiar, behaves in extraordinary ways. Ice can float. Water can climb surfaces against gravity due to capillary action and under certain conditions. It can remain liquid below freezing, a phenomenon called supercooling. Rocks, too, can sing. When struck, some stones in Iceland and other regions emit musical tones, a reminder that even the most seemingly inert matter vibrates with life in unexpected ways. As you listen to these facts, allow your imagination to wander. Picture the hidden rivers beneath oceans, the ghostly red sprites above storms, and the icy deserts of Antarctica. Visualize creatures that shift their forms like liquid, or underwater caves that stretch for miles. Let the mind float through these wonders, connecting them with the sensations, memories, and images that linger in your own imagination. In this quiet, suspended state, your brain is absorbing, integrating, and creating a nightly interplay of curiosity and memory that deepens understanding while promoting relaxation. Even the smallest details can inspire awe. Certain species of fungi communicate through chemical signals, exchanging information in ways that resemble a forest-wide internet. Trees, through their root systems and fungal networks, share nutrients, warn of pests, and support one another's growth. The Earth's magnetic field, invisible yet powerful, guides animals across oceans and continents, and even human-built compasses trace paths laid out by forces we cannot see. Every fact is a window into a hidden system, a story of complexity, adaptation, and interconnectedness that mirrors the narratives of dreams themselves. And so, as your mind drifts along these hidden currents of knowledge, remember that the world is far richer and stranger than it appears at first glance. From the depths of the oceans to the farthest reaches of the solar system, from microscopic life to human ingenuity, every corner holds mysteries waiting to be discovered. Let these thoughts linger as you journey deeper into sleep, carrying both curiosity and calm, inviting your subconscious to wander alongside the conscious exploration we've shared. As your mind drifts further into this nighttime journey, imagine traveling across landscapes both familiar and unimaginable, where the planet reveals secrets hidden in plain sight. One of the most fascinating aspects of Earth is its hidden ecosystems. Beneath the forest floor, networks of roots, fungi, and microorganisms interact in a complex symphony, exchanging nutrients and chemical messages. Some scientists call this the Wood Wide Web, a living communication system that allows trees to warn one another of danger, share sustenance, and even influence the growth of surrounding plants. In this silent underground world, cooperation is key. And the forest thrives as a collective intelligence, a reminder that life's wonders often exist. Beyond immediate perception, even more extraordinary are the places where life persists under extreme conditions. Hydrothermal vents, located deep on the ocean floor, host ecosystems that flourish without sunlight, relying entirely on chemical energy. Giant tube worms, clams, and strange bacteria survive in temperatures and pressures that would be lethal to most organisms. These ecosystems demonstrate the resilience and adaptability of life, revealing possibilities for existence in worlds far beyond Earth. As you picture these alien-like landscapes, your imagination begins to blend reality with dream, merging curiosity with a sense of cosmic wonder. The atmosphere itself holds secrets that can astonish even the most seasoned observers. High above, auroras ripple across the sky in curtains of green, pink, and purple light, caused by charged particles from the sun interacting with Earth's magnetic field. These lights are not only beautiful, but also a reminder of the invisible forces shaping our planet. Similarly, rare cloud formations like lenticular clouds or mammatus clouds transform ordinary skies into surreal scenes, echoing the fluid, imaginative landscapes of dreams. Our planet also tells stories through movement and geology. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and shifting tectonic plates sculpt the land over millennia. The Mariana Trench, the deepest point in the oceans, plunges nearly 7 miles below sea level, harboring species found nowhere else. Meanwhile, massive canyons like the Grand Canyon reveal layers of history etched into stone, each stratum a page in the story of Earth's evolution. As you contemplate these natural forces, your mind begins to appreciate the slow, immense processes that shape our world, forces both gentle and violent, gradual and sudden, all contributing to the planet's living narrative. Human achievement is no less astounding when seen through the lens of scale and ingenuity. Consider ancient monuments, some aligned with celestial events, constructed with precision that continues to amaze archaeologists. The pyramids of Giza, built thousands of years ago, align with stars and cardinal points, demonstrating knowledge and skill that transcends generations. Similarly, underwater cities lost to rising seas or ancient civilizations, buried beneath desert sands, remind us that human ingenuity has left traces that endure long after their creators have vanished. These achievements are both practical and symbolic, bridging survival, ritual, and imagination. Even in more recent times, humans have transformed landscapes in ways that blend technology and creativity. The Great Wall of China stretches over mountains and deserts, while canals, bridges, and tunnels connect distant regions, reshaping the planet to fit human needs. Yet in doing so, humans have also created patterns visible from space: the geometric designs of crop fields, the linear paths of roads, and the sprawling urban networks of cities. These patterns are a testament to both order and chaos, reflecting the dual nature of civilization: structured yet dynamic, predictable yet full of surprises. The world is full of optical and natural illusions that challenge perception. In some deserts, mirages appear as lakes that vanish when approached. In polar regions, the sun may create halos, arcs, and complex light phenomena above the horizon. Waterfalls, geysers, and bioluminescent tides create landscapes that feel unreal, places that seem borrowed from dreams rather than reality. These phenomena invite the observer to pause, marvel, and reflect, offering a gentle sense of humility in the face of nature's ingenuity. Even human senses can be tricked into wonder. The sound of whispering dunes, the shimmer of heat over a desert, or the soft glow of phosphorescent waves all remind us that perception is a bridge between reality and imagination. As you envision these phenomena, your mind simulates the experiences, activating memory and imagination circuits, which deepen understanding while promoting relaxation. Listening to these descriptions allows your subconscious to wander, integrating facts with sensation, emotion, and curiosity, and nocturnal meditation on the extraordinary world we inhabit. Some of the most remarkable stories occur where human and natural ingenuity intersect. Floating gardens, terraced landscapes, and artificial lakes demonstrate how people have adapted to challenging environments with creativity and vision. Cities like Venice, built upon canals, or the cliff dwellings of the ancestral pueblones, showcase architecture that respects and utilizes the environment in astonishing ways. Each structure, each adaptation, is a testament to resilience, problem-solving, and imagination, a reminder that the world's wonders are not only natural but also cultural. Finally, even everyday phenomena contain hidden marvels when examined closely. The intricate design of a snowflake, the patterns of a sunflower, or the symmetry of a seashell all reflect mathematical and physical principles that govern the universe. Molecules dance in patterns, chemical reactions create color and motion, and light interacts with matter to produce breathtaking effects. These seemingly small wonders are invitations to notice, to reflect, and to feel tiny moments that, when accumulated, create a profound sense of connection to the world. As your mind absorbs these extraordinary facts, allow yourself to drift. Imagine exploring hidden rivers, luminous bays, alien forests, and ancient cities beneath the sand. Picture auroras rippling across silent skies, deserts blazing under the sun, and deep ocean trenches teeming with life. Each image blends with memory, emotion, and imagination, creating a tapestry of wonder and curiosity that your brain can carry into the realm of dreams. In these moments, knowledge becomes experience, and curiosity becomes a gentle, restful companion for your journey into sleep. As we continue our nocturnal journey across the hidden marvels of Earth, let your mind drift into the extraordinary, the unusual, and the often overlooked. In remote corners of the planet, rivers flow in astonishing directions. In the Yucatan Peninsula, snow-steep natural sinkholes pierce the limestone bedrock, revealing subterranean water systems that connect vast networks of caves. These natural wells, some more than 200 feet deep, were sacred to ancient civilizations, providing both water and spiritual significance. As you imagine the still, dark waters, the quiet echoing in these caverns, your mind engages with mystery and history, absorbing both fact and imagination. Some of Earth's phenomena appear paradoxical. The singing sands found in deserts and along certain beaches produce musical notes when moved or walked upon, a phenomenon caused by friction between sand grains. Similarly, the moving rocks of Death Valley's racetrack, Playa, slowly glide across the dry lake bed, leaving long trails behind them. For decades, scientists debated whether these stones were pushed by winds, ice, or a combination of subtle forces, revealing the complexity and hidden patterns of our world. These seemingly inexplicable events evoke the same sense of wonder as dreams themselves, realities that bend perception and challenge understanding. Even the skies above continue to surprise. In some regions, lightning storms produce rare phenomena called ball lightning, glowing spheres that float or move unpredictably. Meteors streak across the night sky, leaving trails of light that remind us of the planet's cosmic connections. The moon, our constant companion, subtly influences tides, animal behavior, and even human sleep patterns. The interplay of celestial bodies and terrestrial life creates rhythms and cycles that have guided humans for millennia. Yet many of these influences remain hidden until carefully observed. The living world is equally astonishing. Deep in the Amazon, certain species of ants and birds cultivate complex behaviors, building structures, farming fungus, and creating intricate social systems. In the depths of the ocean, bioluminescent creatures flash glow and communicate in the darkness, producing a spectacle of light that seems almost magical. Some fish navigate using Earth's magnetic field, while migratory birds travel thousands of miles with pinpoint accuracy. Life, in all its forms, demonstrates ingenuity, adaptation, and interconnectedness, teaching us that intelligence and creativity are not solely human traits, but pervasive in the natural world. Human ingenuity, too, continues to astonish. Engineering feats like the Panama Canal, the towering Burj Khalifa, and floating cities demonstrate the human capacity to manipulate and adapt to the environment in unprecedented ways. Simultaneously, ancient engineering marvel stone circles, aqueducts, pyramids, and temples revealed the sophistication and ingenuity of civilizations long past. Each achievement reflects not only practical problem-solving, but also aesthetic, cultural, and symbolic intentions. As you visualize these structures under starlit skies, your mind draws connections between the natural world, human creativity, and the narrative landscapes of dreams. Even ordinary landscapes contain hidden wonders. In some regions, biomes transition suddenly from desert to forest, tundra to wetlands, creating striking contrasts that are visually stunning and ecologically significant. Volcanic islands rise from the ocean, slowly colonized by plants, animals, and eventually humans, illustrating the dynamic, ever-changing nature of the planet. The Earth is constantly reshaped by forces both seen and unseen, from the slow drift of tectonic plates to sudden storms, revealing patterns that blend chaos and order in ways both subtle and dramatic. Water, the essence of life, continues to astonish. Underground aquifers, glacial rivers, and subterranean lakes form hidden reservoirs that sustain ecosystems across the globe. In certain lakes, strange phenomena occur. Lake Natron in Tanzania, with its high alkalinity, preserves animals in remarkable postures, while the Dead Sea supports life despite extreme salinity. These unique bodies of water remind us that life adapts to conditions that might initially seem inhospitable, demonstrating resilience and the unexpected beauty of extremes. Even within the human body, parallels with the world emerge. Just as rivers carve valleys and winds shape dunes, the circulatory system channels blood, and neural pathways carry information across the brain. Both systems exhibit efficiency, adaptability, and intricate design, mirroring natural processes in the external world. As you consider these connections, the boundaries between internal and external, micro and macro, begin to blur, creating a holistic appreciation for the complexity and beauty of life itself. Some of the planet's most astonishing secrets lie in the realm of perception. In Iceland, geysers erupt with startling regularity, yet each eruption is unique, sculpting the landscape anew. In remote deserts, mirages trick the eye, creating the illusion of lakes and rivers where none exist. Icebergs, floating in polar seas, reveal only a fraction of their mass above water, a silent reminder that what is visible is merely a hint of the greater structure beneath. These phenomena mirror the experience of dreams, where surface narratives mask deeper structures of memory, emotion, and meaning. Finally, consider the planet's quiet, hidden rhythms, the slow growth of coral reefs, the migration of whales, the cycles of flowering plants, and the pulsations of plankton in the ocean. These rhythms persist largely unnoticed, yet they sustain life on Earth and maintain balance in ecosystems. They operate like the quiet background music of a dream, subtle but essential, orchestrating harmony in ways that the conscious mind rarely perceives. By noticing, even in imagination, these rhythms and patterns, your subconscious engages with complexity, curiosity, and wonder, reinforcing a deep sense of connection to the world as your mind drifts further. Allow these images, stories, and facts to settle. Picture glowing bays, singing sands, hidden rivers, and ancient monuments. Imagine the interplay of life across oceans, deserts, skies, and forests. Let your brain wander through these wonders, integrating knowledge, emotion, and imagination. In this state, learning, curiosity, and relaxation converge, creating the perfect environment for sleep, for dreaming, and for the continued journey of the mind. The world, in all its hidden marvels, remains a source of endless fascination. Every fact, every hidden ecosystem, every extraordinary phenomenon is a reminder that life, Earth, and the universe are far more intricate, dynamic, and mysterious than we often realize. As you drift into deeper rest, carry with you the wonder of discovery, the calm of knowledge, and the quiet reassurance that the planet's mysteries, like dreams themselves, are both eternal and endlessly inspiring. Dreams have fascinated humans for millennia, appearing in myths, religious texts, and folklore across every culture. They have been interpreted as messages from the gods, glimpses into the future, or reflections of the soul. Modern science, however, approaches dreams differently, as complex neurological phenomena that blend memory, emotion, and imagination. Yet even with advanced imaging, algorithms, and decades of research, dreams retain a mysterious quality, an elusive dimension where the familiar and the strange coexist. Seamlessly, the sleeping brain engages in a nightly dance of activity, particularly during REM sleep, when neural firing is high and the most vivid. Emotionally charged dreams occur. Brain regions associated with emotion, such as the amygdala, are hyperactive, while areas responsible for logical reasoning, like the prefrontal cortex, are less engaged. This imbalance explains why dreams often feel surreal or illogical. You might find yourself in a familiar place, yet objects shift shape, people behave unpredictably, and impossible scenarios unfold. Despite this strangeness, these experiences are deeply meaningful, reflecting the brain's ongoing effort to process life experiences. Dreams often act as a mirror of our unconscious mind, recurring themes, falling, being chased, or appearing unprepared, re-evolved fears, anxieties, or internal conflicts. These symbolic narratives are not literal instructions, but reflections of mental and emotional processing. Research shows that when people confront stressful situations during waking life, their dreams often replay these scenarios in modified forms, allowing rehearsal, reflection, and emotional processing. Even dreams that seem nonsensical often contain patterns linked to memory consolidation, problem-solving, and emotional regulation. Lucid dreaming provides an intriguing glimpse into this hidden world. When a dreamer becomes aware that they are dreaming, they gain some control over the narrative and can interact consciously with the dream environment. Studies reveal that lucid dreaming activates the prefrontal cortex, normally subdued during remelling logical awareness, to coexist with emotional intensity. Lucid dreams provide opportunities for creativity, rehearsal, and exploration of inner landscapes. They reveal that the mysterious world of dreams is not entirely beyond control, but rather a realm where consciousness can gently merge with subconscious processing. Nightmares, though unsettling, also serve a functional purpose. Often triggered by stress, trauma, or unresolved fears, they act as simulations of threatening scenarios. In these nocturnal rehearsals, the brain experiments with responses to danger, enhancing emotional resilience and problem-solving skills. Historical accounts and modern therapy techniques recognize nightmares as essential tools for emotional growth. By confronting fears in a safe, symbolic environment, the mind prepares itself for real-world challenges while maintaining psychological equilibrium. Dreams are intimately connected to memory. During sleep, the brain replays experiences from the day, reinforcing synaptic connections and integrating information into long-term memory. Fragments of recent experiences appear alongside older memories, blending into narratives that can be startlingly coherent or wildly surreal. This process helps the brain organize experiences, consolidate learning, and even generate insights. Many creative breakthroughs, scientific, artistic, or personal, have arisen from dreams, illustrating how the brain leverages its nocturnal theater for problem-solving and innovation. The mysterious quality of dreams also emerges from their ability to blend multiple dimensions of experience. Spatial and temporal continuity often break down. You may find yourself simultaneously in childhood home, a workplace, and an imaginary landscape. People from different times in your life may appear together, interacting in ways that defy reality. Emotions in dreams are amplified. Joy, fear, surprise, or awe are felt more intensely than in waking life. This amplification allows the subconscious mind to explore, rehearse, and integrate experiences with greater depth, creating a rich internal narrative that supports emotional and cognitive growth. Dream symbolism is another fascinating dimension. While many symbols are personal, universal patterns emerge across cultures. Water often represents emotion, flight reflects freedom or escape, and certain animals embody instinctual drives or anxieties. Understanding these patterns requires observing the interplay between the dreamer's personal life and broader human archetypes. Dreams communicate not in direct language, but through metaphor, narrative, and sensation. Interpreting them is less about decoding a message and more about noticing the connections between internal experience, memory, and emotional life. Sleep disorders provide further insight into the mysterious world of dreams. Conditions such as REM sleep behavior disorder, in which the body physically acts out dreams, reveal the intricate coordination between brain, body, and mind. People with narcolepsy often enter REM sleep quickly, experiencing vivid dreams that may intrude into waking consciousness. These phenomena underscore the powerful connection between dreaming, memory, and neural activity, showing that dreams are more than passive experiences, they are active simulations that engage mind and body simultaneously. The mysterious face of dreams is also evident in creativity and imagination. Throughout history, artists, inventors, and thinkers have drawn inspiration from dreams. From the invention of the sewing machine to surrealist art, the dream state allows the brain to recombine experiences in novel ways, often producing insights inaccessible during waking consciousness. This demonstrates that dreams are not mere byproducts of neural activity, but functional experiences that shape human culture, innovation, and understanding. Finally, dreams remind us of the continuity between waking and sleeping life. They integrate past experiences, current emotions, and possible futures into a seamless nocturnal narrative. In this space, memory, imagination, and emotion converge, creating a dynamic, evolving internal world. Dreams are mysterious, not because they are chaotic, but because they operate on layers of complexity that transcend immediate understanding. blending biological function with profound psychological meaning as you listen. Imagine yourself moving gently through these dreamscapes. Faces, landscapes, and scenarios shift like water, yet each element contributes to a coherent internal narrative. Emotions rise and fall, memories interlace, and subtle patterns emerge, guiding reflection, understanding, and insight. In this quiet, immersive state, the mysterious face of dreams unfolds, revealing both the creativity of your mind and the deep intelligence of the brain at rest. Recurring dreams are among the most fascinating aspects of the nocturnal mind. Many people experience repeated scenarios falling, being chased, losing someone, or revisiting familiar places, sometimes for years. These dreams are not random glitches. They represent unresolved emotional or cognitive patterns. Neuroscientists believe recurring dreams serve as reminders for the brain to process unfinished business, whether it's fear, anxiety, or desire. Each repetition allows the brain to experiment with strategies, rehearse responses, and explore alternative outcomes in a safe, subconscious environment. Dream archetypes, universal patterns that appear across cultures, also reveals shared aspects of the human psyche. Carl Jung, a pioneer in dream analysis, proposed that certain symbols, water, journeys, animals, or transformations reflect collective unconscious themes. While individual experience shapes the details, these archetypes demonstrate the deep, shared frameworks through which humans interpret emotion and experience. When you dream of flying, descending into darkness, or encountering a wise figure, your mind engages with themes that are both personal and universal, merging your story with a broader human narrative. Emotions and dreams are often intensified, sometimes to the point of overwhelming realism. Fear, awe, love, and sadness may feel more vivid than in waking life, revealing the brain's emphasis on emotional processing. Studies show that REM sleep enhances the consolidation of emotionally charged memories, allowing the brain to integrate intense experiences, moderate emotional responses, and even reduce stress. By feeling these emotions in a simulated, consequence-free environment, the mind prepares itself for real-life challenges, fostering resilience and psychological balance. Dreams also facilitate problem-solving and creativity. While asleep, the brain can combine disparate ideas in ways that the logical, waking mind cannot. This process, called associative processing, enables insights that are difficult to achieve consciously. Historical anecdotes abound. The structure of the benzene molecule appeared to a chemist in a dream. A composer heard an entire symphony, and an inventor visualized a new mechanism. In these moments, the dream functions as a mental laboratory, testing scenarios, connecting experiences, and generating novel ideas without the constraints of logic. Nightmares, despite their discomfort, are similarly functional. They simulate threat scenarios, allowing the mind to practice adaptive responses. The amygdala, highly active during REM sleep, triggers emotional intensity, while the hippocampus integrates memory, creating realistic but symbolic narratives. Nightmares often occur during times of stress, transition, or trauma, functioning as a rehearsal mechanism that strengthens coping skills. Even fear, experienced safely in dreams, becomes a teacher, guiding emotional growth and increasing resilience over time. The brain's ability to weave past, present, and future into dream narratives is remarkable. Temporal distortions are common. A dream may compress years of experience into minutes or stretch a brief encounter into hours. Faces, voices, and places may merge with memory fragments, creating hybrid landscapes that are both familiar and alien. This temporal fluidity allows the mind to explore cause and effect relationships, process unresolved conflicts, and rehearse potential outcomes in a multidimensional, nonlinear space. Memory consolidation is another central function of dreams. During REM sleep, the brain selectively strengthens important memories while pruning less relevant information. Emotional significance and novelty are key criteria. Experiences that evoke strong feelings or require problem solving are more likely to be integrated into long-term memory. Dreams act as a narrative framework for this process, connecting disparate events, reinforcing learning, and creating cohesive stories that make sense of life's complexity. Sleep and dreams also play a role in social cognition. Research suggests that dreaming about people, friends, family, or strangers helps the brain simulate social interactions, practice empathy, and anticipate emotional reactions. In dreams, the mind can rehearse difficult conversations, navigate social hierarchies, or explore relationships in ways that are emotionally safe but cognitively meaningful. These nocturnal simulations strengthen social intelligence, emotional awareness, and interpersonal skills, illustrating the practical benefits of even the most abstract dream content. Dreams can also reveal hidden conflicts or desires. Sigmund Freud theorized that dreams express repressed thoughts or unresolved tensions through symbolic narratives. While modern neuroscience emphasizes brain function rather than psychoanalytic interpretation, dreams nonetheless provide a mirror to unconscious thoughts and emotions. Symbols, metaphors, and fantastical scenarios allow the mind to explore sensitive topics safely, facilitating emotional insight and self-awareness. Finally, the mysterious face of dreams is reflected in their boundless creativity. Surreal landscapes, impossible physics, and fantastical characters illustrate the brain's ability to transcend reality while maintaining coherence within the dream world. This creative capacity is not idle, it serves memory consolidation, emotional regulation, problem solving, and learning. By inhabiting this fluid, imaginative space each night, the mind exercises flexibility, integrates experiences, and strengthens connections between cognition and emotion, all while preparing the body and brain for optimal function during waking hours. As you imagine these dreamscapes, allow yourself to drift with them. Picture recurring symbols, amplified emotions, and impossible scenarios blending seamlessly with memories and desires. Visualize the mind experimenting with solutions, exploring fears, and rehearsing social interactions. Each element contributes to a complex, adaptive process that supports learning, emotional balance, and creativity. In this quiet, immersive state, the mysterious face of dreams becomes not only a source of wonder, but a reflection of the brain's intelligence, resilience, and endless imagination. The final dimension of dreams lies in the delicate interplay between conscious and subconscious processes. While we sleep, the subconscious takes the lead, weaving narratives that draw from memory, emotion, and imagination. The conscious mind, usually dominant during waking hours, takes a back seat, allowing connections and patterns to emerge that might be impossible when fully alert. This interplay is why dreams often feel like a vivid movie directed by our inner psyche, complete with characters, settings, and plots that sometimes border on surreal. One remarkable feature of dreams is their ability to merge past, present, and anticipated future experiences into cohesive narratives. Memories intermingle with desires, fears, and imagined scenarios, creating a multidimensional space for mental exploration. A dream might transport you to your childhood home while simultaneously placing you in a futuristic city or a completely imaginary landscape. People you once knew may appear alongside strangers, interacting in ways that defy logic yet reveal underlying psychological truths. These dreamscapes provide the brain with a rehearsal space, allowing it to process unresolved conflicts, experiment with decision-making, and integrate emotional experiences. Lucid dreaming illustrates another fascinating intersection of consciousness and subconscious activity. In this state, the dreamer becomes aware they are dreaming and can exert some control over the dream narrative. Neuroimaging studies show that lucid dreaming activates the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for logical reasoning and self-reflection, alongside areas typically associated with emotion and memory. This convergence allows for conscious experimentation within the subconscious realm, offering opportunities for creative problem-solving, emotional processing, and self-exploration. By practicing skills or rehearsing scenarios in a lucid dream, individuals can influence their waking behavior, demonstrating the functional significance of these nocturnal adventures. Dreams also play a crucial role in emotional regulation. Intense emotions experienced during REM sleep, whether joy, fear, or sadness, allow the brain to recalibrate responses to daily stressors. By experiencing and resolving emotionally charged situations in a symbolic, consequence-free environment, the mind enhances psychological resilience. Nightmares, though uncomfortable, serve a similar purpose. They simulate threat and danger, providing an arena to rehearse coping mechanisms and confront unresolved anxieties safely. Over time, these nocturnal rehearsals contribute to emotional balance, problem-solving capacity, and adaptive responses to real-world challenges. The brain's ability to integrate sensory information into dreams further underscores their complexity. Although the external senses are largely inactive during sleep, internal sounds, smells, and even bodily sensations can influence dream content. A distant siren might appear as an approaching train in a dream, or the sensation of cold can manifest as a blizzard in a narrative landscape. These subtle incorporations reflect the brain's remarkable capacity to synthesize internal and external information into coherent, emotionally resonant stories, creating immersive experiences that feel tangible despite their unreality. Memory consolidation is another central function of dreams. During sleep, particularly REM sleep, the brain strengthens connections between important experiences while pruning unnecessary information. Emotional significance, novelty, and relevance determine which memories are prioritized. Dreams serve as the narrative framework for this process, allowing the brain to rehearse, integrate, and contextualize experiences. Many creative insights, problem-solving breakthroughs, and moments of clarity arise from dreams, highlighting the functional importance of these nightly journeys. Social cognition is intricately tied to dreams as well. The mind frequently constructs scenarios involving people we know, strangers, or even archetypal figures. Through these simulations, the brain practices empathy, explores relationships, and navigates social complexities in a consequence-free environment. Dreaming about interactions, whether positive or challenging, enhances our ability to anticipate emotional responses, solve interpersonal problems, and deepen understanding of ourselves and others. In this sense, dreams function as an emotional and cognitive training ground, preparing us for the nuanced world of human interaction. Another compelling aspect of dreams is their influence on creativity. The brain's associative processes allow for novel combinations of ideas, images, and experiences. This is why artistic inspiration, scientific breakthroughs, and imaginative problem-solving often emerge from dreams. The surreal, unrestricted nature of the dream state bypasses logical constraints, enabling the exploration of possibilities that the conscious mind might reject. By engaging with this nocturnal creativity, humans harness a natural, biologically embedded source of insight and innovation. Dreams also serve as a bridge between self-awareness and the subconscious. While fully conscious thought is suspended, the mind actively processes identity, desires, fears, and unresolved conflicts. Subtle narratives allow the exploration of inner truths that might be inaccessible when fully awake. Dreams, therefore, act as a mirror to our deeper selves, reflecting the complex interplay of memory, emotion, and imagination. They reveal patterns, connections, and possibilities that inform both personal growth and understanding of the human condition. The mysterious nature of dreams extends to their unpredictability. Even with patterns and recurring themes, each dream is unique, shaped by subtle neural fluctuations, emotional states, and sensory inputs. This unpredictability ensures a dynamic, ever-evolving process that continuously engages the brain's learning, adaptation, and creative systems. Far from being random or meaningless, dreams provide a structured yet flexible space where the mind can integrate experiences, explore solutions, and rehearse emotional responses. Finally, dreams remind us of the profound intelligence of the sleeping brain. Each night, the mind organizes memories, processes emotions, integrates sensory input, and engages in creative experimentation. Dreams are not passive byproducts. They are active, adaptive, and deeply functional experiences. They reflect the brain's capacity to manage complexity, generate insight, and foster resilience while providing a canvas for imagination and wonder. By observing, understanding, and reflecting on dreams, we gain insight not only into our subconscious, but also into the remarkable workings of the human mind as you drift deeper into rest. Envision your own dreamscape, scenes and faces, memories and fantasies, challenges and solutions, all merging into a cohesive narrative. Feel the emotions, the creativity, and the processing unfolding within your mind. Recognize the intelligence and adaptability of your brain, silently orchestrating this nightly journey. In this state, knowledge, imagination, and emotional insight blend, creating a seamless, immersive experience that nurtures the mind and prepares it for another day. Dreams, despite their personal and subjective nature, often share patterns, symbols, and themes across cultures, eras, and continents. From the vivid visions recorded in ancient Egyptian texts to the detailed dream diaries of modern psychologists, humanity has long recognized that certain elements recur in the collective dreaming experience. Water, flight, falling, and journeys appear in myths, literature, and personal recollections alike, suggesting that dreams communicate a universal language, one that transcends time, geography, and culture. The universality of dream symbols reflects shared human experiences and neurological structures. The brain, regardless of cultural background, engages similar regions during REM sleep. The limbic system, particularly the amygdala and hippocampus, processes emotion and memory, producing narratives that resonate across individuals. Dreams often dramatize emotions that are fundamental to human life: fear, desire, loss, and curiosity, resulting in imagery that is recognizable even across vast cultural differences. When people from different parts of the world dream of flying, falling, or being chased, it is not mere coincidence. It is a manifestation of common neurological and psychological processes. Emotions, rather than logic, guide the universal language of dreams. In dreams, feelings are amplified, sometimes overwhelming the dreamer. Fear may trigger intense panic during a chase, while joy might create euphoric sensations that are more vivid than any waking experience. These emotional intensities are universal, providing a consistent syntax in the language of dreams. Emotional experiences tied to survival, social bonding, and personal development are central to human cognition. Dreams serve as a rehearsal space, allowing these emotions to be processed, understood, and integrated without the constraints or consequences of waking life. Recurring motifs in dreams provide additional evidence of universality. People around the world report being pursued, encountering water, or discovering hidden rooms, sometimes without conscious knowledge of why these images arise. Anthropologists and psychologists suggest that these recurring motifs reflect fundamental human concerns: safety, curiosity, growth, and social interaction. Falling, for example, may symbolize a loss of control or anxiety, while flying often represents freedom, empowerment, or transcendence. By encoding these experiences in symbolic form, the brain creates a narrative that communicates the essence of human life across diverse individuals, archetypes, as described by Carl Jung, form another key component of the universal dream language. Archetypes are recurring symbols or characters embedded in the collective unconscious. Figures such as the wise old man, the hero, or the shadow appear in myths, literature, and dreams alike, regardless of culture or era. These archetypes encapsulate human psychological patterns, offering a framework through which emotions, conflicts, and desires can be explored. In dreams, archetypes often serve as guides, warnings, or teachers, helping the mind navigate complex inner landscapes and connect personal experiences with universal themes. Dreams also reveal the universal language of problem-solving and creativity. Across cultures, humans report deriving insights, solutions, and inspiration from dreams. This phenomenon illustrates that the brain, when freed from waking constraints, can recombine ideas and experiences in novel ways. The associative processes that occur during REM sleep are not culture-specific. They reflect fundamental cognitive mechanisms, scientific discoveries, artistic creations, and innovative solutions often emerge from this nocturnal synthesis, demonstrating that the universal language of dreams is not only symbolic but functional. Social dynamics are another key element in understanding dreams universally. Relationships, hierarchies, and interactions frequently appear in dreams, regardless of cultural background. Humans are social creatures, and the brain uses dreams to simulate interactions, anticipate emotional responses, and rehearse communication strategies. Dreams provide a safe environment for exploring interpersonal challenges, testing solutions, and reflecting on emotional patterns. This rehearsal process, repeated nightly across humanity, demonstrates a shared cognitive toolkit for navigating social life beyond individual experiences. Dreams often reflect collective and environmental stimuli. Natural phenomena, such as storms, rivers, or landscapes, frequently appear in dreams. These elements are universal because humans everywhere are exposed to the natural world and its inherent rhythms. Celestial events, moon phases, solar eclipses, or meteor showers also shape collective imagination, appearing in myths, rituals, and dreams alike. By embedding natural elements into narratives, the mind connects personal experience to the broader universe, reinforcing the sense that dreams are a universal bridge between individual perception and shared reality. Dreams can also reveal universal patterns of human growth and adaptation. Across cultures, people report dreams associated with transformation, metamorphosis, journeys, or encounters with unknown territories. These scenarios mirror psychological processes, maturation, exploration, and integration of experience. Dream narratives often guide the dreamer through symbolic trials, conflicts, or learning opportunities, reinforcing resilience and adaptability. The recurrence of such transformative motifs worldwide supports the idea that dreams function as a shared language, encoding human development, learning, and adaptation. Finally, the universality of dreams emphasizes their role in connecting mind and body. Across cultures, dreams involve sensations, movement, touch, temperature, or pressure. The brain integrates internal signals with symbolic narratives, ensuring that dreams are grounded in both psychological and physiological reality. This integration demonstrates that dreams are more than imaginative experiences. They are adaptive, holistic processes, communicating vital information about the mind's needs, the body's state, and the interplay between internal and external worlds as you imagine these shared experiences. Envision dream motifs that resonate across humanity: the soaring bird, the rushing water, the mysterious stranger, the hidden path. Recognize that your personal dreams are connected to a tapestry of collective imagery, shaped by neurological structure, emotional intensity, and shared human concerns. In this quiet state, your mind participates in a universal dialogue, a language that is at once intimate, symbolic, and profoundly human, linking individual experience with the collective intelligence of the species. While dreams share universal elements, cultural context shapes their expression and interpretation. Across the globe, different societies have developed unique frameworks to understand dreams, often blending spiritual, moral, and psychological perspectives. In some indigenous cultures, dreams are considered messages from ancestors or guides, providing insight and direction for daily life. In East Asian traditions, certain dream symbols are believed to predict fortune, while in modern Western contexts, dreams are often analyzed through psychology and neuroscience. Despite these differences in interpretation, the underlying themes emotional processing, problem-solving, and memory integration remain consistent, demonstrating the universality of the dreaming experience. Dream incubation, the practice of focusing on a question or problem before sleep to elicit related dreams, has been observed across cultures. Ancient Greeks and Egyptians, for example, used dream temples or sleeping sanctuaries to receive guidance through dreams. Today, people consciously attempt to influence their dreams to solve problems, rehearse scenarios, or gain creative inspiration. Whether through ritual, meditation, or intention, the goal remains the same: to harness the brain's nocturnal processing power. This cross-cultural phenomenon highlights a shared understanding of dreams as a bridge between conscious thought and the subconscious mind, capable of producing insights that transcend ordinary awareness. Recurring motifs in dreams often reveal culturally consistent themes. Birth, death, journeys, and encounters with the unknown appear universally, yet their specific forms may vary. For example, while one culture might depict a river as a symbol of emotional flow, another might use a mountain to convey the same inner journey. These variations illustrate how universal archetypes are adapted to local environments, narratives, and cultural values. The fundamental human concerns, growth, challenge, fear, and desire, remain constant, encoded in symbolic language that the brain constructs each night, regardless of geography or historical era. Dreams also reflect collective, social, and emotional dynamics. Research shows that people often dream about relationships, hierarchies, and social interactions, simulating conversations, conflicts, and alliances. The scenarios may be fantastical or realistic, yet they fulfill the same function: rehearsing social intelligence. This pattern appears worldwide, whether in modern cities, remote villages, or ancient civilizations. By dreaming about others, the mind practices empathy, anticipates emotional responses, and navigates interpersonal challenges in a safe, consequence-free environment. The universality of these social dreams underscores the brain's need to maintain adaptive, emotional, and cognitive skills across all cultures. Symbolic interpretation of dreams also provides insight into their universal nature. Carl Jung proposed that archetypes, recurring images such as the hero, the trickster, or the shadow, represent shared aspects of human psychology. Across diverse cultures, these archetypes appear in myth, storytelling, and personal dreams, often serving as guides or reflections of internal conflicts. While the surrounding narrative may differ, the underlying emotional and psychological significance remains the same. This suggests that the brain uses a symbolic language that is both universal and deeply embedded in human consciousness. Despite cultural differences, neuroscientific studies confirm shared brain activity during dreaming. Functional MRI scans reveal that regions associated with emotion, memory, and sensory processing are activated similarly across individuals from different backgrounds. REM sleep, the stage most associated with vivid dreaming, exhibits consistent neural patterns worldwide. This universality suggests that while interpretations may vary culturally, the mechanisms and purposes of dreaming are remarkably similar. Memory consolidation, emotional regulation, social rehearsal, and creative exploration. Cultural practices also demonstrate the functional utility of dreams. In many societies, Dreams guide decisions, inspire art, or influence leadership. Ancient rulers often consulted dreams before major battles or decisions, while artists and writers have historically drawn inspiration from nocturnal visions. Modern psychologists and neuroscientists recognize that dreams support cognitive and emotional processing, regardless of whether their significance is interpreted spiritually, symbolically, or scientifically. The universality of these practices highlights the essential role of dreams in human life across time and place. Dreams also reveal shared physiological patterns across humanity. Emotional intensity, narrative structure, and sensory incorporation are consistent features in people from diverse backgrounds. Pain, fear, joy, or wonder can feel more vivid in dreams than in waking life. These heightened experiences allow the brain to rehearse responses, consolidate memories, and integrate emotional learning. Across cultures, humans engage in the same basic processes each night, demonstrating that the language of dreams is rooted in common neurological and psychological foundations. Finally, the universality of dreams emphasizes the continuity of human experience. Regardless of culture, geography, or historical period, people encounter similar themes, archetypes, and motifs. Dreams provide a bridge between individual consciousness and the collective human psyche, reflecting shared needs, fears, and aspirations. They remind us that despite differences in language, tradition, or lifestyle, the fundamental processes of the human mind, emotional regulation, problem-solving, memory consolidation, and creative exploration, are constant. Dreams are a shared language that connects every human being, past and present, in a silent dialogue that unfolds nightly. As you visualize these interconnected dreams, imagine yourself traversing symbolic landscapes that resonate across cultures. See motifs and archetypes appearing, shifting, and blending seamlessly, connecting your inner experiences to those of people worldwide. Recognize that each dream, while deeply personal, is also part of a larger, universal tapestry, a reflection of human cognition, emotion, and imagination. In this quiet, reflective state, the language of dreams unfolds, revealing both individuality and shared humanity, and inviting you to explore the profound mysteries of your own mind. Dreams, in their universality, reveal more than just recurring motifs or emotional patterns. They point to the presence of a shared cognitive architecture across humanity. Neuroscientific studies consistently show that during REM sleep, similar brain regions are engaged across individuals worldwide. The amygdala, hippocampus, and prefrontal cortex coordinate to process emotion, consolidate memory, and integrate complex narratives. This common neural activity provides the foundation for the universal language of dreams. Regardless of culture, people experience analogous cognitive processes, emotional intensities, and symbolic representations each night. The concept of the collective unconscious, introduced by Carl Jung, offers a compelling explanation for shared dream patterns. According to Jung, the human psyche contains inherited structures and archetype symbols, images and motifs embedded across generations. These archetypes manifest in dreams as universal themes, such as the hero's journey, encounters with the shadow, or transformative quests. While individual experiences shape the dream's surface details, the underlying patterns reflect common psychological processes. For instance, a dream of crossing a bridge or climbing a mountain may appear in different cultures, yet it consistently symbolizes transition, growth, or the overcoming of obstacles. Cross-cultural studies of dreams highlight both the universality and the adaptability of dream symbolism. Anthropologists and psychologists have documented recurring dream experiences in communities separated by geography, language, and historical context. Dreams of falling, flying, being chased, or finding hidden spaces appear consistently, illustrating shared human concerns, fear, desire, exploration, and curiosity. Yet, cultural interpretation shapes the narrative. embedding local meaning without altering the fundamental cognitive function. A river may represent danger in one culture and emotional flow in another, but in both cases, the dream facilitates emotional processing and psychological adaptation. Memory consolidation further explains why dreams share common features. During REM sleep, the brain replays and reorganizes experiences from the waking day, reinforcing important memories while pruning less relevant information. Emotional salience and novelty guide which experiences are integrated into long-term memory. Across humanity, certain emotional experience, stress, fear, joy, curiosity trigger similar patterns of neural activity. Consequently, dreams often involve heightened emotional content, symbolic problem solving, and narrative construction, producing experiences that resonate universally. Dreams also act as laboratories for adaptive social cognition. Regardless of culture, humans are social creatures, and the brain uses dreams to simulate interactions, anticipate responses, and rehearse communication strategies. People worldwide report dreaming about relationships, family, colleagues, or strangers. Scenarios may involve cooperation, conflict, or moral dilemmas, allowing the mind to navigate social complexity safely. By practicing these interactions in dreams, individuals refine empathy, judgment, and emotional intelligence, demonstrating that the functions of dreaming are universal, deeply embedded in human survival and adaptation. Creativity in dreams is another dimension of their universality. The associative processes occurring during REM sleep allow the mind to combine disparate ideas and experiences in novel ways. These cognitive mechanisms are not culture-specific. They emerge from shared brain structures and processes. Throughout history, humans have credited dreams with scientific breakthroughs, artistic inspiration, and innovative problem-solving. A chemist visualized a molecule, a composer heard a symphony, and an inventor saw a mechanism mull within dreams. These insights illustrate the brain's capacity for creative synthesis during sleep, a universal human trait that transcends language, geography, and tradition. The integration of sensory information in dreams reinforces their universality. Even when external stimuli are minimal, internal sensations, temperature, movement, balance, or bodily state can shape dream narratives. Across cultures, people report experiencing physical sensations within dreams: the warmth of the sun, the rush of wind, or the weight of objects. This sensory integration enables the brain to construct immersive dreamscapes that blend personal memory, universal archetypes, and environmental cues. The universality of these experiences underscores that dreams are deeply rooted in both neural function and shared human physiology. Dreams also facilitate problem-solving and adaptive learning on a global scale. The brain uses symbolic narratives to rehearse strategies, explore consequences, and anticipate outcomes. People across cultures report using dreams to solve personal, social, and professional challenges. By engaging in this nocturnal rehearsal, the mind improves decision-making, emotional regulation, and creative thinking. Dreams become a nightly workshop for the brain, where universal mechanisms, memory consolidation, emotional processing, and cognitive exploration combine to enhance human adaptability and intelligence. Another key aspect of dreams. Universal language is their ability to connect individual and collective experience. Dreams allow humans to explore personal fears, desires, and aspirations while simultaneously engaging with patterns shared across humanity. This duality reflects the interplay of the conscious and subconscious mind, the individual psyche, and the collective unconscious. As you drift through dreamscapes, you may encounter symbols, emotions, and scenarios that feel intensely personal yet echo patterns experienced by people across time and space. These shared elements highlight the universality of human experience and the interconnectedness of cognition, emotion, and imagination. Finally, the universal language of dreams emphasizes their profound role in human life. Across cultures, historical periods, and individual experiences, dreams serve as mechanisms for memory consolidation, emotional regulation, social rehearsal, creativity, and personal growth. They blend biological function with psychological insight, creating a nocturnal narrative that connects individuals to themselves and to humanity as a whole. By observing and reflecting on dreams, we recognize the continuity of human experience, the intelligence of the sleeping brain, and the deep wisdom embedded in these nightly journeys, as you imagine your own dreams merging with this global tapestry. Picture motifs, archetypes, and emotions weaving together across cultures and generations. See yourself navigating symbolic landscapes shared by humanity, where personal insight and collective knowledge intertwine. In this quiet, reflective state, the universal language of dreams becomes apparent, revealing the profound intelligence, creativity, and emotional depth of the human mind. Each night, as we sleep, our brains participate in this shared dialogue, silently connecting us to the collective human experience while nurturing our individual growth, resilience, and imagination. Each night, as you drift into sleep, your brain embarks on a remarkable series of experiments, silently exploring memory, emotion, and creativity. These nocturnal processes, often expressed through dreams, are not random. They represent the brain's ongoing attempt to refine understanding, test responses, and integrate complex experiences. While we may be unaware of this nightly laboratory, the evidence is clear. The sleeping brain is an active, adaptive system, conducting experiments that shape our waking lives in profound ways. During REM sleep, the stage most associated with vivid dreaming, neural activity increases in regions responsible for memory, emotion, and sensory integration. The hippocampus, crucial for consolidating memories, works alongside the amygdala, the emotional center, to replay experiences from the day. This interplay allows the brain to strengthen connections, resolve conflicts, and assign meaning to events. Dreams are the subjective manifestation of this process, the theater in which the mind experiments with scenarios, emotions, and solutions in a consequence-free environment. Memory consolidation during these nocturnal experiments is both selective and strategic. The brain prioritizes experiences that are emotionally salient, novel, or socially relevant. Rather than storing every detail, it strengthens important neural connections while pruning less significant information. This selective process allows the mind to retain knowledge, refine skills, and enhance adaptive behavior. Dreams often reflect this prioritization, highlighting unresolved issues, emotionally charged events, or challenging situations that require further processing. In essence, each dream is a data point in the brain's ongoing experiment. Problem solving is another key feature of the brain's night experiments. Freed from the constraints of logical, waking thought, the mind can explore unconventional solutions, combine disparate ideas, and test hypothetical scenarios. Many breakthroughs in science, art, and innovation have been attributed to dreams, from the structure of molecules to musical compositions. By creating a mental playground where rules are flexible, the brain experiments with possibilities, discovers hidden connections, and synthesizes novel insights. This creative flexibility is a hallmark of REM sleep, demonstrating the adaptive power of nocturnal cognition. Emotional processing is deeply integrated into these experiments. Dreams amplify feelings, allowing the brain to rehearse responses to challenging situations or unresolved anxieties. Nightmares, though distressing, serve an adaptive purpose, simulating threat and stress so that the mind can develop coping strategies. Positive dreams, on the other hand, reinforce joy, reward, and achievement, enhancing motivation and well-being. Across both types, the brain experiments with emotional intensity, rehearsal, and regulation, preparing the individual for real-world challenges. Sensory. Integration is another remarkable aspect of nocturnal brain activity. Although the external senses are largely inactive during sleep, the brain incorporates internal stimuli, heartbeat, muscle tension, or ambient noise into dream narratives. This integration demonstrates the brain's ability to transform physiological signals into symbolic content, enhancing the richness and realism of dreams. These sensory experiments allow the mind to simulate environments, test responses, and maintain a nuanced connection between the body and subconscious cognition. Sleep architecture itself is part of this nightly experimentation. The brain cycles through stages of light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep, each contributing uniquely to memory, emotion, and learning. Deep sleep consolidates declarative memories, while REM sleep enhances procedural memory, creativity, and emotional processing. This cyclical structure ensures that the brain can test multiple strategies simultaneously, consolidating knowledge, processing emotion, and experimenting with imaginative scenarios. Dreams are the conscious window into these complex, multi-layered experiments. Social cognition also plays a crucial role in nocturnal brain experiments. Dreams frequently involve interactions with others, friends, family, strangers, or archetypal figures. These interactions allow the mind to rehearse social scenarios, practice empathy, and explore relational dynamics in a safe environment. The brain experiments with negotiation, conflict resolution, and emotional responses, enhancing interpersonal intelligence. This nightly rehearsal is not trivial. It directly contributes to adaptability, social skill development, and emotional insight in waking life. The role of novelty in these experiments cannot be overstated. The brain is particularly attentive to new experiences, challenges, or emotional events. Dreams often magnify or remix these novel stimuli, testing reactions and exploring possible outcomes. By simulating situations in the relative safety of sleep, the mind learns from both success and failure, adapting strategies and refining responses. This iterative process real observation, adjustment is fundamental to human learning, and dreams serve as the nightly laboratory where it occurs. Creativity during sleep is fueled by associative thinking, a core component of the brain's experiments. In dreams, unrelated concepts, memories, and ideas can merge into coherent or surreal narratives. This recombination allows for insight that may be inaccessible during conscious thought. Dreams, therefore, are more than random entertainment. They are experiments in mental flexibility, pattern recognition, and innovative problem solving. The brain, in essence, rehearses creativity nightly, strengthening connections between memory, imagination, and emotional processing. Finally, the brain's nocturnal experiments highlight the intelligence and adaptability of human cognition. Each dream, whether mundane or fantastical, represents a sophisticated interaction between memory consolidation, emotional regulation, social rehearsal, and creative exploration. Over time, these experiments contribute to learning, resilience, and insight. While the dreaming mind may appear mysterious, it is engaged in a highly structured, adaptive process that demonstrates the extraordinary capabilities of the human brain. As you settle deeper into rest, imagine your brain conducting these experiments silently and efficiently. Visualize neural pathways lighting up, memories being integrated, emotions being rehearsed, and creativity unfolding. Picture yourself immersed in a mental laboratory where scenarios, solutions, and insights are tested nightly. In this calm, reflective state, recognize the extraordinary intelligence at work, preparing your mind for a new day while nurturing growth, insight, and adaptability through the universal experience of dreaming. The brain's night experiments extend beyond memory and creativity, delving into scenarios that involve risk assessment and adaptive decision-making. Dreams often place the mind in unfamiliar or challenging environments, simulating situations that may never occur in waking life. Being chased, lost in a maze, or navigating treacherous landscapes are common dream scenarios that allow the brain to explore responses to danger, uncertainty, and complex choices. This mental rehearsal enhances problem-solving skills, emotional resilience, and adaptive strategies, preparing the dreamer for both anticipated and unexpected events in waking life. Subconscious problem-solving is a hallmark of these nocturnal experiments. During REM sleep, the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for logical reasoning and planning, interacts with the limbic system, which governs emotions and memory. This unique connectivity allows the brain to explore solutions creatively while integrating emotional context. Individuals frequently report waking with insights, solutions, or realizations that emerged in dreams. By simulating diverse scenarios without real-world consequences, the brain experiments with strategies, predicts outcomes, and refines decision-making processes, demonstrating that dreaming is an essential component of cognitive adaptation. Learning, through trial and error, occurs naturally in dreams. When faced with challenges in the dream states, such as solving a puzzle, evading danger, or confronting conflict, the mind tests multiple responses and observes their consequences. Failures, successes, and unexpected outcomes provide data for the brain to integrate into waking cognition. Unlike conscious problem-solving, which is constrained by logic and self-awareness, dreams allow for experimentation without risk. This capacity to explore possibilities freely is a critical function of nocturnal brain activity, highlighting the adaptive intelligence embedded in the dreaming mind. Emotional rehearsal is intertwined with these experiments. Dreams often amplify feelings of fear, excitement, joy, or frustration, allowing the mind to experience and process emotions intensely yet safely. For instance, facing a fear of heights in a dream may trigger panic, but repeated exposure in the safe environment of sleep helps the brain regulate emotional responses. Similarly, positive dream experiences can reinforce motivation, reward-seeking behavior, and confidence. These nightly rehearsals provide the emotional calibration needed to navigate the complexities of daily life, reinforcing the brain's role as both experimenter and observer. Creativity and innovation are further enhanced through these subconscious experiments. By integrating memories, emotions, and abstract ideas, the brain constructs imaginative narratives that may inspire real-world solutions or artistic expression. Surreal imagery, unexpected connections, and novel problem-solving strategies emerge naturally in dreams, reflecting the associative nature of REM sleep. This process demonstrates that dreaming is not merely a byproduct of neural activity. It is an active, purposeful exploration of ideas, solutions, and experiences. With tangible benefits for cognition and creativity, the integration of sensory and environmental input adds another layer to the brain's nocturnal experimentation. Subtle cues, such as ambient sounds, temperature changes, or physical sensations, are often incorporated into dream narratives. A distant siren might become a pursuing creature, or a cool breeze could manifest as a mountain windstorm. This ability to synthesize internal and external information allows the brain to test responses to stimuli, enhance situational awareness, and enrich the complexity of dreams. In essence, the mind transforms ordinary sensations into adaptive simulations, further refining the nightly experiments of cognition. Social simulations are also a crucial component. Dreams frequently involve interactions with others, including family, friends, strangers, or archetypal figures. These scenarios provide a rehearsal space for empathy, negotiation, and emotional intelligence. By simulating social dynamics in a consequence-free environment, the brain experiments with interpersonal strategies, anticipates emotional reactions, and explores moral and ethical decision-making. This process is consistent across cultures, highlighting the universal function of dreams as a laboratory for social cognition and adaptive behavior. Moreover, the brain experiments with time, causality, and perspective during dreams. Events may unfold in nonlinear sequences, past and future may converge, and perspectives can shift fluidly from self to others. These manipulations allow the mind to test hypotheses, explore alternative outcomes, and develop flexible thinking strategies. By bending the rules of waking reality, the brain enhances cognitive flexibility, allowing for more sophisticated problem-solving and creative insight upon waking. Dreams, therefore, act as simulations where the mind tests its own limits, explores possibilities, and refines understanding of both internal and external reality. Finally, the cumulative effect of these nightly experiments is profound. Across hours of sleep, the brain integrates memory, processes emotion, simulates social and environmental challenges, and rehearses creative solutions. These processes are not separate, but interwoven, creating a complex, adaptive system of nightly learning and experimentation. Dreams are the conscious window into this activity, providing an experiential narrative of the brain's remarkable intelligence, adaptability, and creativity. By engaging in these experiments nightly, the mind enhances learning, emotional resilience, problem-solving, and imaginative capacity, all without conscious effort or awareness, as you sink deeper into slumber. Envision your brain conducting these experiments silently, integrating memories, emotions, and ideas into a sophisticated mental laboratory. Picture yourself navigating scenarios, testing responses, and exploring creative solutions in a safe, consequence-free environment. In this tranquil state, the brain's intelligence is on full display, conducting experiments that shape cognition, emotion, and adaptability. Every dream, every narrative, every fleeting image is a reflection of this complex, nocturnal orchestration, testament to the profound capabilities of the human mind as it learns, adapts, and evolves while you rest. The brain's nocturnal experiments are not fleeting events. They accumulate over time, contributing to long-term cognitive and emotional development. Each night, memories are consolidated, emotional experiences are processed, and social scenarios are rehearsed. These processes collectively enhance learning, decision-making, and adaptability, forming the foundation for waking intelligence. Regular engagement in these experiments through consistent sleep and REM cycles strengthens neural connections, improves problem-solving abilities, and deepens emotional resilience. Dreams, therefore, are both the laboratory and the evidence of the brain's remarkable capacity for growth and adaptation. Long-term memory formation benefits significantly from these nightly experiments. Studies have shown that REM sleep plays a crucial role in procedural memory skills, habits, and complex tasks, while non-REM stages consolidate declarative memory, such as facts and experiences. Dreams act as narratives that integrate these memories, sometimes recombining elements in creative ways. Over weeks and months, the cumulative effect of this consolidation improves recall, pattern recognition, and cognitive flexibility. Essentially, your brain experiments with information nightly to optimize learning, ensuring that valuable knowledge is retained and applied efficiently in the waking world. Emotional regulation is another domain profoundly shaped by the brain's nocturnal experiments. Dreams allow the mind to process unresolved emotional experiences safely, rehearse coping strategies, and calibrate responses to future challenges. Nightmares, while unsettling, function as simulations of stress or threat, allowing the brain to rehearse responses and develop resilience. Positive dreams, conversely, reinforce joy, motivation, and reward processing. Over time, these nightly rehearsals cultivate emotional intelligence, enhancing empathy, self-awareness, and adaptive behavior in waking life. Dreams, in this sense, are emotional training grounds, honing the skills necessary for complex social and personal functioning. Problem-solving and creative innovation are further amplified through repeated nightly experiments. The associative processes of REM sleep allow the brain to link seemingly unrelated ideas, generating novel solutions and insights. Historical accounts abound of scientific breakthroughs and artistic inspiration emerging from dreams. From the structure of molecules to musical compositions. This phenomenon is not confined to extraordinary individuals. Everyone benefits from these nightly cognitive experiments. By providing a mental playground free from the constraints of conscious reasoning, dreams allow the brain to explore possibilities, test hypotheses, and uncover solutions that may remain hidden during waking. Ours, the interplay between dreams and waking problem-solving is particularly striking. Individuals often awaken with insights, sudden clarity, or intuitive understanding that are originated in the dream state. The brain, having experimented subconsciously, presents the results to conscious awareness. This seamless integration highlights the brain's efficiency and intelligence. It tests ideas, processes emotions, and synthesizes knowledge during sleep, then delivers actionable insights to the waking mind. Dreams, therefore, are not merely entertainment or idle mental activity. They are essential components of cognitive optimization, bridging the subconscious and conscious realms. Social cognition benefits similarly from these experiments. Dreams often involve interactions with family, friends, colleagues, or even symbolic figures, allowing the mind to rehearse complex social dynamics. These rehearsals enhance empathy, negotiation skills, and moral reasoning. Across cultures, people report dreaming about relationships, conflicts, and collaborations, reflecting the universal function of dreams in social adaptation. By simulating interpersonal experiences nightly, the brain refines strategies for cooperation, conflict resolution, and emotional understanding, contributing to more effective and nuanced social behavior during waking life. Cognitive flexibility is also reinforced through the brain's nocturnal experimentation. Dreams frequently defy the rules of time, space, and causality, presenting scenarios that challenge linear thinking. Events may unfold non-linearly. Multiple perspectives may merge, and impossible situations become commonplace. By navigating these surreal landscapes, the mind strengthens its ability to think creatively, adapt to changing circumstances, and integrate disparate pieces of information. The nightly practice of navigating unconventional scenarios enhances mental agility, providing a cognitive advantage that extends into problem-solving, learning, and decision-making in waking life. The integration of personal and collective experience is another remarkable outcome. Dreams blend individual memories, emotions, and desires with archetypal and symbolic patterns shared across humanity. This synthesis connects personal experience with universal themes, providing both insight and perspective. The brain experiments with integrating these layers, producing narratives that are deeply personal yet resonate with collective human experience. Through this nightly process, the mind develops a nuanced understanding of self and society, fostering empathy, insight, and a sense of inter-com-nes-cade. Physical and physiological benefits also arise from these experiments. During sleep, the brain regulates hormones, consolidates immune function, and processes metabolic information. Dreams often reflect these bodily states, incorporating sensations such as movement, temperature, or internal rhythms into their narratives. By integrating these signals, the brain enhances body-mind coordination, ensuring that cognitive, emotional, and physical systems remain aligned. In this way, the nocturnal laboratory encompasses both psychological and physiological experimentation, optimizing overall human functioning. Finally, the brain's night experiments reveal the profound intelligence, adaptability, and creativity inherent in human cognition. Each dream is an experiment in memory consolidation, emotional processing, social rehearsal, problem-solving, and creative synthesis. Over time, these nightly activities enhance learning, emotional resilience, social intelligence, and adaptive capacity. By engaging in these complex processes unconsciously, the brain demonstrates an unparalleled ability to optimize human potential, all while the individual rests. Dreams are the evidence of this extraordinary mental activity, testament to the power, subtlety, and brilliance of the human mind as you relax further into sleep. Imagine your brain conducting these experiments with precision and intelligence. Visualize neural networks lighting up, memories being integrated, emotional responses being rehearsed, and creative connections forming. Picture yourself in a quiet mental laboratory where every dream is a carefully orchestrated test, a rehearsal for life, and a rehearsal of the mind's extraordinary capabilities. In this calm, reflective state, appreciate the silent work of your brain, conducting night experiments that prepare you, enhance you, and illuminate the profound intelligence within your own mind. As you settle into rest, imagine yourself not only exploring the landscapes of your mind, but also the mysteries of the world around you. Throughout history, human dreams have reflected not only personal experiences, but also the enigmatic phenomena of the earth itself, hidden places, natural wonders, and unexplained patterns. These nocturnal visions often intertwine with our awareness of the planet, suggesting that the brain, while processing memories and emotions, may also engage with the mysteries embedded in the world we inhabit. Across cultures, dreams have been linked to natural phenomena and geographic anomalies. Ancient civilizations often interpreted dreams as messages about the environment. Rivers, mountains, and storms frequently appeared in dreamscapes, symbolizing both tangible and symbolic truths. The human brain, finely attuned to patterns in nature, seems to weave these elements into dreams, highlighting connections between inner cognition and the outer world. For instance, dreaming of a shifting landscape or a sudden earthquake may reflect both personal transformation and the deep, primal awareness of the Earth's dynamic forces. Certain Earth mysteries appear repeatedly in dreams, often unconsciously. For example, unexplained structures such as ancient ruins, megaliths, or hidden chambers emerge in nocturnal narratives. The mind seems drawn to these enigmatic sites, perhaps reflecting an instinctual fascination with the unknown or a symbolic representation of inner exploration. Dreams of labyrinths, subterranean caves, or lost cities echo humanity's desire to uncover secrets, navigate complexity, and confront the mysterious. In this sense, the brain's nocturnal experiments extend beyond personal cognition, interacting with symbolic representations of Earth's hidden realities. Natural phenomena, from auroras to volcanic eruptions, often inspire dream imagery. The brain translates these powerful experiences into symbolic narratives, allowing emotional and cognitive processing to occur alongside imagination. Witnessing a towering waterfall in a dream may represent both awe and emotional release. Seeing a vast desert may symbolize isolation, endurance, or contemplation. These representations allow the mind to explore environmental phenomena in a safe, imaginative space, integrating knowledge, emotion, and sensory experience into the nocturnal laboratory of dreaming. Dreams also reflect collective human fascination with Earth's mysteries. From uncharted oceans to dense forests, humans have long been captivated by spaces that remain unexplored. Dreams often echo this fascination, presenting unknown lands, mysterious creatures, and lost civilizations. The brain, while processing memory and imagination, experiments with scenarios that combine personal narrative with archetypal and universal themes. By doing so, it taps into both individual cognition and collective curiosity, linking personal experience to broader human engagement with the world's enigmas. Symbolism in dreams frequently mirrors the patterns and structures found in nature. Spirals, fractals, and symmetry often appear in dreamscapes, echoing the mathematical and aesthetic principles present in rivers, shells, or leaf formations. The brain seems naturally inclined to detect and replicate these patterns, integrating them into both the visual and emotional components of dreams. This connection suggests a deep subconscious awareness of the Earth's inherent structure and beauty, which is expressed through the narrative and imagery of our nocturnal experiences. Dreams sometimes anticipate discoveries or reflect subconscious processing of environmental information. Reports exist of individuals dreaming about locations they have never visited or phenomena they have not consciously studied. While these experiences may be interpreted metaphorically, they reveal the brain's extraordinary capacity to integrate observation, memory, and imagination. In this way, nocturnal experimentation allows the mind to engage with Earth's mysteries, creating scenarios that blend personal insight with universal intrigue. The brain's integration of natural cycles, day and night. Seasonal change, tidal rhythms also shapes dream narratives. Humans, sensitive to environmental patterns, unconsciously incorporate these cycles into nocturnal cognition. Dreams of rising tides, eclipses, or the shifting sun are symbolic representations of the brain's processing of these patterns. In doing so, the mind connects personal experience with the broader rhythms of the planet, merging internal cognition with the dynamic processes of the Earth. Ancient cultures frequently linked dream experiences to natural events, seeing nocturnal visions as warnings or guidance, while modern science interprets dreams through cognitive and neurological mechanisms. The symbolic connections between dreams and Earth's mysteries remain compelling. From subterranean exploration to celestial observation, dreams integrate knowledge, intuition, and creativity, allowing the mind to simulate interaction with the unknown and engage imaginatively with the planet's enigmatic features. Finally, the relationship between dreams and Earth's mysteries highlights the profound adaptability of the human mind. Dreams serve not only as emotional and cognitive laboratories, but also as bridges connecting personal insight with environmental awareness. By integrating the tangible and the symbolic, the mind experiments with understanding, navigating inner landscapes while reflecting on the enigmas of the world. As you drift deeper into sleep, envision yourself journeying through these dreamscapes, exploring hidden valleys, mysterious ruins, and the vast, awe-inspiring patterns of the Earth, all while your brain conducts its silent, nocturnal experiments, connecting mind and world in a tapestry of imagination and discovery. As you continue your journey into sleep, imagine your mind wandering through hidden landscapes, ancient ruins, and natural wonders, each infused with mystery. Dreams often draw upon these elements, transforming the unknown into immersive narratives that engage both emotion and cognition. The brain, in its nightly experiments, weaves elements of the Earth's enigmas into stories that are at once symbolic, experiential, and imaginative. Through this process, dreams allow you to explore the planet's mysteries without ever leaving your resting place. Geological wonders frequently appear in dreams, from towering mountains to deep canyons and labyrinthine caves. These environments challenge the dreamer, offering scenarios that test courage, adaptability, and spatial awareness. The brain uses these landscapes as experimental arenas, blending memory, perception, and emotion. Climbing a jagged peak in a dream may reflect the integration of effortful tasks from waking life or the rehearsal of overcoming obstacles. Subterranean exploration, such as wandering through caves or hidden chambers, often symbolizes introspection, subconscious discovery, and the pursuit of hidden knowledge. Hidden ecosystems, such as dense rainforests or deep oceans, also emerge vividly in dreams. The mind, attuned to complexity and diversity, uses these environments to process the intricate interplay of life, adaptation, and survival. Dreaming of navigating an underwater realm or traversing a dense jungle allows the brain to simulate challenges, engage problem-solving strategies, and rehearse emotional responses to uncertainty. In these nocturnal experiments, natural environments act as laboratories for cognitive and emotional rehearsal, connecting personal insight with the broader patterns of life on Earth, natural phenomena. particularly those that are dramatic or unusual. Provide rich material for nocturnal experimentation. Storms, auroras, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions often feature prominently in dreams, reflecting both awe and emotional intensity. The brain simulates these events, testing reactions, integrating sensory input, and processing associated emotions. By engaging with these phenomena in dreams, individuals rehearse adaptive responses to danger, uncertainty, and change. Dreams, in this way, create a safe environment for exploring the forces of nature, cultivating resilience and flexibility. Unexplained phenomenizing lights. Mysterious structures or elusive creatures frequently appear in dreams, connecting personal cognition with humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown. Whether inspired by folklore, scientific curiosity, or subconscious creativity, these elements challenge the mind to interpret, navigate, and respond. Dreams provide a venue for experimentation with ambiguity, uncertainty, and pattern recognition. By encountering the unknown nightly, the brain hones skills that are essential for both problem-solving and imaginative exploration. The brain also incorporates cultural and historical interpretations of Earth's mysteries into dreams. Ancient sites, sacred mountains, and legendary landscapes often appear, even for those who have never directly experienced them. This phenomenon reflects the mind's ability to integrate symbolic knowledge, collective memory, and personal narrative. In dreams, these places become interactive arenas for exploration, reflection, and experimentation, allowing the brain to process both inherited wisdom and personal insights simultaneously. Dreams frequently simulate journeys, mapping both physical and symbolic terrains. Crossing deserts, navigating dense forests, or traversing frozen tundras may appear in dreams, each scenario testing endurance, adaptability, and strategy. The brain uses these mental simulations to explore challenges and possibilities, integrating sensory perception, emotional response, and cognitive problem-solving. In doing so, dreams link personal development with an awareness of Earth's vast and varied environments, highlighting the mind's ability to synthesize experience across multiple dimensions. Subtle Earth patterns, rivers, coastlines, fractal formations, and celestial arrangements also influence dream narratives. The brain detects these patterns, often unconsciously, embedding them into dream imagery. These recurring motifs may symbolize cycles, continuity, or transformation, connecting individual experience with the broader rhythms of the planet. By integrating these elements into dreams, the mind conducts nightly experiments in pattern recognition, symbolic interpretation, and environmental awareness. Finally, the nocturnal exploration of Earth's mysteries fosters creativity, insight, and emotional resonance. Dreams transform landscapes, phenomena, and enigmas into interactive experiences, providing both symbolic meaning and cognitive rehearsal. Whether navigating hidden caves, witnessing celestial displays, or encountering mysterious creatures, the brain experiments with perception, problem-solving, and imagination. These nightly journeys not only reflect internal processing, but also connect the dreamer to the vast, awe-inspiring complexity of the world we inhabit. As you drift deeper into sleep, imagine wandering through these dreamscapes, exploring hidden valleys, uncharted oceans, and enigmatic landscapes. Picture your mind conducting experiments, integrating knowledge, emotion, and imagination. Every dream scenario, every encounter with the unknowns, a step in. Understanding the mysteries of the earth and the intricacies of your own mind, revealing the profound connections between our inner world and the planet that surrounds us. As you sink deeper into slumber, your mind continues its nocturnal exploration, traversing landscapes both familiar and mysterious. The brain, ever the experimenter, draws upon the enigmatic aspects of the Earth's sacred mountains, hidden valleys, ancient ruins, and celestial phenomena to construct dream narratives that integrate cognition, emotion, and imagination. These nocturnal journeys are more than symbolic. They are laboratories where the brain tests understanding, hones insight, and explores the unknown in a safe, immersive environment. Mystical sights often emerge in dreams, even for those who have never visited them in waking life. Stone circles, pyramids, megalithic temples, and labyrinthine ruins appear frequently, reflecting the mind's fascination with human history, sacred geometry, and archetypal patterns. The brain experiments with navigation, discovery, and interpretation in these dreamscapes, allowing the dreamer to engage with cultural and historical knowledge subconsciously. Walking among these ruins in a dream may provide emotional closure, cognitive insight, or even symbolic guidance for challenges encountered in daily life. Celestial and planetary phenomena similarly influence dream imagery. Meteor showers, eclipses, auroras, and planetary alignments often feature prominently, blending awe-inspiring visuals with emotional resonance. The brain incorporates these phenomena into narrative simulations, enhancing spatial awareness, visual creativity, and emotional processing. Dreams of traversing the night sky, observing distant planets, or riding cosmic currents are extensions of the brain's nightly experiments, merging the wonder of the cosmos with personal introspection and imaginative exploration. Dreams also encode insights from Earth's hidden secrets. Deep forests, subterranean rivers, volcanic chambers, and uncharted islands become arenas for problem-solving, emotional rehearsal, and symbolic reflection. These landscapes challenge the mind to adapt, navigate, and respond, all while maintaining a sense of safety and freedom. The brain, through these nocturnal experiments, refines cognitive flexibility, emotional resilience, and creative insight. Even when dreamers are unaware, their minds are integrating lessons from the world's mysteries, enhancing understanding and intuition. Recurring motifs such as hidden chambers, ancient staircases, or unexplored caves demonstrate the brain's systematic approach to integrating mystery into cognition. Each encounter within these dreamscapes represents an experiment in perception, anticipation, and adaptive response. By repeatedly simulating discovery, danger, and exploration, the mind strengthens neural pathways associated with problem-solving, spatial reasoning, and emotional regulation. These experiences, although symbolic, carry practical benefits that extend into waking life. Water, a universal symbol of transformation and depth, frequently appears in dreams connected to Earth's hidden mysteries. Rivers, oceans, waterfalls, and subterranean streams are not merely scenic elements. They serve as laboratories for emotional processing, reflection, and adaptation. Navigating a turbulent river in a dream may symbolize mastering inner turmoil, while diving into a hidden cave pool may represent the exploration of subconscious depths. The brain experiments with these symbolic environments nightly, translating abstract ideas into immersive experiences that shape cognition and emotional understanding. Volcanic activity and geological shifts similarly manifest in dreams. The brain uses these powerful symbols to simulate risk, adaptation, and resilience. Witnessing an eruption, navigating a collapsing landscape, or standing atop a volatile peak allows the mind to rehearse responses to stress and uncertainty. These dream-based experiments enhance emotional regulation, decision-making, and situational awareness, reflecting the adaptive intelligence of the brain as it interacts with the planet's dynamic forces. Dreams also provide a space for integrating ancient human knowledge and contemporary understanding of Earth's mysteries. Archaeological discoveries, planetary observations, and natural phenomena are synthesized into narratives that combine personal experience with collective knowledge. In this sense, the brain functions as both explorer and historian, creating dream scenarios that connect individual insight with universal patterns. By engaging with these elements nightly, the mind enhances awareness, intuition, and understanding of the world at large, Symbolism in dreams frequently mirrors the cycles and patterns of Earth. Seasons. Tides, lunar phases, and solar rhythms are often embedded in dream narratives, providing context and structure for the brain's experiments. By simulating interaction with these natural cycles, the mind develops temporal awareness, emotional attunement, and predictive cognition. Dreams of rising tides, shifting seasons, or eclipses allow the brain to rehearse responses to cyclical change, enhancing adaptability in both emotional and practical domains. Finally, the connection between Earth's mysteries and dreams underscores the profound intelligence of the human brain. By integrating natural phenomena, hidden landscapes, mystical sites, and symbolic patterns, dreams act as laboratories for cognitive and emotional experimentation. Each night, the brain conducts these experiments silently, producing vivid, immersive narratives that engage memory, creativity, emotional processing, and problem-solving. Through these experiences, the dreamer connects personally with the world's mysteries, gaining insight, resilience, and imaginative understanding as you drift deeper into the quiet of sleep. Envision your mind wandering through forests, mountains, oceans, and ancient ruins, exploring both tangible and symbolic mysteries. Picture the brain conducting experiments, testing responses, and integrating experience into a cohesive understanding of both inner and outer worlds. Every dream is an exploration, every vision a rehearsal, and every scenario a step toward deeper insight. In this nocturnal laboratory, your brain bridges the unseen wonders of Earth with the boundless potential of imagination, demonstrating the remarkable interplay between cognition, emotion, and the mysteries of the world around us. As you settle deeper into rest, imagine your mind expanding beyond the confines of Earth, venturing into the vast reaches of the cosmos. Dreams are not limited to personal experiences or terrestrial landscapes. They frequently transport us to celestial realms, where stars, planets, and galaxies serve as both scenery and experiment. The brain, in its nightly work, integrates knowledge of the universe, imagination, and emotion, crafting narratives that allow us to explore cosmic phenomena while asleep. The cosmos, with its immense scale and mystery, provides a unique canvas for the dreaming mind. Stars become guideposts, galaxies become sprawling landscapes, and planetary systems transform into playgrounds of imagination and cognition. During REM sleep, the brain synthesizes both observed astronomical knowledge and abstract, intuitive patterns to create these immersive dreamscapes. By navigating these vast expanses in dreams, the mind experiments with spatial reasoning, pattern recognition, and cognitive flexibility, enhancing problem-solving abilities and creativity. Dreams often incorporate celestial events and phenomena. Meteor showers, comets, eclipses, and auroras appear as dramatic elements that evoke awe and wonder. These vivid visuals allow the brain to process emotional responses to scale, beauty, and the unknown. Floating through a field of stars or observing a planetary alignment in a dream creates a sense of perspective and connectedness, subtly reminding the dreamer of their place within a universe far larger than individual experience. This nocturnal exploration enhances both imagination and emotional processing, creating a bridge between cognition and cosmic awareness. Astronomical concepts also influence the narrative structure of dreams. The cyclic nature of planetary orbits, the rhythm of celestial movements, and the passage of time across cosmic scales are often embedded within dream stories. These temporal and spatial patterns allow the brain to rehearse navigation, sequencing, and predictive reasoning. By experimenting with the vast scales of the universe in dreams, the mind strengthens cognitive abilities that rely on abstraction, long-term planning, and conceptual integration. Dreams of cosmic exploration frequently include encounters with celestial phenomena that defy everyday perception. Black holes, neutron stars, and pulsars often appear in surreal, symbolic forms. The brain transforms these scientific concepts into experiential narratives, allowing emotional, imaginative, and cognitive processing to occur simultaneously. Navigating near a black hole in a dream, for example, may symbolize confronting an overwhelming challenge or exploring the unknown depths of consciousness. Blending real cosmic physics with metaphorical significance, the brain also uses cosmic imagery to process existential questions. Dreams set among the stars often evoke contemplation of time, mortality, and purpose. By situating the dreamer within vast cosmic landscapes, the mind explores philosophical and emotional themes in a safe and immersive environment. These experiences, though symbolic, enhance self-reflection, insight, and the integration of complex emotional states. The brain experiments with scale, perspective, and interconnectedness, linking personal understanding with the infinite nature of the universe. Recurring cosmic motifs, spiraling galaxies, rings of planets, interstellar clouds highlight the brain's ability to detect patterns and synthesize complexity. Dreams allow the mind to manipulate these forms, testing scenarios and interactions that are impossible in waking reality. By simulating movement through cosmic structures, the brain enhances spatial awareness, problem-solving capacity, and creative thinking. These nocturnal exercises demonstrate that dreaming extends human cognition beyond earthbound experience, providing a mental laboratory for the imagination and abstract reasoning. Even subtle, astronomical elements influence dream content. The phases of the moon, shifts in planetary light, and distant constellations are incorporated into dream imagery, blending observation, memory, and symbolism. These details allow the brain to conduct nuanced experiments, integrating sensory and conceptual information into cohesive narratives. Dreams, in this sense, function as a rehearsal space for understanding the cosmos, merging empirical knowledge with emotional and symbolic processing. The connection between cosmic phenomena and dreams also reflects humanity's long-standing fascination with the stars. Across cultures, dreams of celestial exploration are linked to prophecy, guidance, and spiritual insight. Modern neuroscience interprets these dreams as the brain's way of integrating abstract concepts, spatial reasoning, and emotional processing. But the timeless allure of the cosmos remains a consistent theme. The brain, through these nocturnal journeys, explores both the outer universe and inner consciousness, highlighting the interplay between external reality and personal experience. Finally, cosmic dreams offer a profound sense of perspective and interconnectedness. As you drift deeper into sleep, envision yourself floating among stars, navigating through asteroid fields, or orbiting distant planets. Each movement, each observation, is a mental experiment and integration of cognition, emotion, and imagination. The brain conducts these nightly experiments silently, preparing you for insight, creative thought, and emotional understanding upon waking. Dreams remind us that our minds are capable of exploring both the infinite cosmos and the depths of our inner worlds simultaneously, bridging the personal and the universal in a tapestry of nocturnal discovery. As you drift further into the calm of sleep, your mind embarks on interstellar journeys, exploring phenomena that stretch the imagination and challenge perception. Dreams often transport us to cosmic landscapes where galaxies swirl, nebulas glow with ethereal light, and distant stars pulse rhythmically. These dreamscapes are not random. They reflect the brain's ability to integrate observation, knowledge, and imagination, creating immersive scenarios where cognitive and emotional processes are refined. Astrophysical phenomena frequently populate dreams, translating scientific understanding into experiential narrative. Supernova, pulsars, and black holes, for example, appear as both awe-inspiring visuals and symbolic elements. A supernova might represent explosive change or emotional release, while a black hole could symbolize the unknown, fear, or deep introspection. The brain uses these cosmic features as experimental landscapes, allowing the dreamer to rehearse responses to both abstract concepts and complex emotional states. These nightly experiments enhance spatial reasoning, problem-solving, and creative thinking, extending cognitive flexibility beyond earthly bounds. Interstellar travel is another recurring theme in cosmic dreams. Dreams often depict navigating through asteroid belts, hopping between planets, or riding cosmic currents. These journeys challenge the mind to simulate physics, motion, and time in ways that are impossible in waking life. By orchestrating these scenarios, the brain strengthens neural pathways related to visualization, coordination, and abstract reasoning. Each cosmic voyage in a dream becomes a rehearsal for creative problem-solving and adaptability, demonstrating the brain's remarkable capacity to integrate imagination with experiential processing. Dreams also explore celestial hierarchies and cosmic order. Planets orbiting distant stars, moons casting subtle glows, and nebulae forming intricate patterns offer opportunities for the brain to simulate structure, causality, and pattern recognition. Encountering these ordered systems in dreams allows the mind to process both analytical and aesthetic appreciation. It enhances the ability to recognize interconnections, understand dynamic systems, and anticipate outcome skills that are valuable both in waking life and in creative or scientific pursuits. Cosmic dreams often engage with the vastness of space, evoking awe and humility. Floating amid stars, gazing at swirling galaxies, or witnessing cosmic collisions, dreamers experience scale and magnitude beyond comprehension. These experiences enhance emotional regulation, empathy, and existential reflection. The brain, by integrating these vast symbolic scenarios, rehearses responses to uncertainty, fear, and wonder. In doing so, it cultivates both cognitive resilience and emotional depth, transforming dream experiences into tools for psychological and intellectual growth. Symbolic encounters with extraterrestrial life or unknown cosmic forces also appear frequently. While these beings may be fantastical, they serve as cognitive experiments, challenging the brain to interpret intention, navigate unfamiliar interactions, and process social or emotional dynamics in an unfamiliar context. The nocturnal mind uses these encounters to explore adaptive strategies, moral reasoning, and relational problem-solving, extending the scope of human cognition into imaginative interstellar domains. Temporal and spatial manipulation is a hallmark of cosmic dreams. Distances that span light years, time dilation, and simultaneous events occur fluidly, allowing the brain to rehearse abstract reasoning and multidimensional thinking. By simulating these conditions, dreams provide mental training and conceptual flexibility, pattern synthesis, and complex decision-making. The brain transforms impossible cosmic scenarios into opportunities for learning, testing boundaries of thought, and exploring the limitless potential of imagination. Recurring cosmic imagery, spirals, nebulae, constellations reflects the brain's innate tendency to detect patterns and integrate them into narrative. By incorporating these motifs into dreams, the mind experiments with aesthetic perception, symbolic meaning, and spatial reasoning. Navigating a spiral galaxy or orbiting a luminous planet requires coordination of visual, emotional, and cognitive faculties. These nightly simulations reinforce neural pathways that support creativity, spatial awareness, and problem-solving, demonstrating how dreams link imagination to cognitive skill development. Finally, cosmic dreams provide a unique bridge between internal experience and the universe at large. By blending knowledge, imagination, and emotion, the brain constructs scenarios that are simultaneously symbolic, exploratory, and functional. Dreams of cosmic travel, celestial phenomena, and interstellar encounters allow the mind to rehearse adaptability, process awe, and explore complex cognitive landscapes. These nightly journeys expand awareness, enhance creativity, and cultivate emotional insight, revealing the profound intelligence and versatility of the dreaming brain. As you float further into the depths of sleep, picture yourself gliding among galaxies, witnessing the birth of stars, and navigating the elegant chaos of the cosmos. Each scene is an experiment, each encounter a rehearsal, each journey a testament to the brain's extraordinary capacity to integrate knowledge, emotion, and imagination. Through these cosmic dreams, your mind explores the universe while simultaneously deepening understanding of yourself, merging the vastness of space with the richness of inner experience. As you drift deeper into sleep, imagine your mind fully immersed in the cosmos, exploring realms that stretch across time and space. The brain, during these nocturnal hours, constructs vast dreamscapes that allow for both imaginative exploration and cognitive experimentation. Every swirl of a galaxy, every distant star, and every celestial alignment becomes part of a nightly laboratory, where memory, emotion, and creativity are tested and refined. In these dreams, the universe is not merely observed, it is experienced, understood, and integrated into the architecture of the mind. Dreams set in the cosmos often simulate experiences impossible in waking life. Traveling near a supernova, orbiting an unseen planet, or floating through a nebula allows the brain to process complex spatial relationships, abstract concepts, and emotional responses. These scenarios enhance problem-solving skills, creative reasoning, and pattern recognition. By rehearsing responses to environments vastly different from our terrestrial reality, the mind strengthens adaptability, imagination, and cognitive flexibility. Cosmic dreams are thus laboratories for expanding the mind's capacity to understand and interact with both tangible and abstract phenomena. Interstellar phenomena frequently appear in symbolic forms within dreams. A pulsar may be imagined as a rhythmic beacon guiding the dreamer through a vast void. A black hole may appear as a swirling vortex, both terrifying and magnetic. The brain interprets these symbols to explore emotional intensity, fear, curiosity, and awe. These experiences allow for safe rehearsal of confronting the unknown, mastering uncertainty, and integrating complex emotions. In this way, the mind experiments with psychological and cognitive resilience, preparing the dreamer for challenges in waking life, all while journeying through the vastness of space. Dreams also provide an arena for ethical and philosophical exploration within a cosmic context. Encounters with hypothetical extraterrestrial beings, interstellar civilizations, or cosmic phenomena pose questions of morality, decision-making, and perspective. By simulating interactions with alien intelligence or navigating unfamiliar cosmic landscapes, the brain refines social cognition, moral reasoning, and abstract thought. Even when these experiences appear surreal, they engage the mind in higher-order processes, expanding the capacity for empathy, ethical consideration, and imaginative problem-solving. The brain integrates both learned knowledge and imaginative inference into cosmic dreamscapes. Observed celestial phenomena, like the movement of planets or the color variations of nebulae, are blended with intuitive pattern recognition to generate richly detailed narratives. Dreams may depict the collision of galaxies or the formation of a star cluster, merging empirical observation with creative interpretation. In this process, the brain is conducting nightly experiments in learning, synthesis, and abstraction, extending cognitive abilities far beyond everyday experiences. Temporal manipulation is another hallmark of cosmic dreams. Events may unfold across millions of years in a single narrative, or multiple sequences may occur simultaneously. These temporal distortions allow the mind to explore cause and effect relationships, predictive reasoning, and the elasticity of perception. By engaging with these complex temporal dynamics, the brain rehearses abstract reasoning and adaptive thinking, strengthening neural networks that support high-level cognition. In essence, dreaming of cosmic timescales trains the mind to navigate complexity and certainty. Spatial awareness in cosmic dreams is equally profound. Navigating through asteroid fields, weaving between planetary rings, or orbiting multiple suns challenges the brain's ability to simulate movement and orientation in multidimensional space. These nightly experiments improve visualization skills, coordination of abstract spatial information, and predictive modeling. The brain, unbound by earthly constraints, explores both theoretical and experiential possibilities, demonstrating the power of dreams to expand cognitive horizons while offering immersive sensory experiences. Emotional and existential insight is central to cosmic dreamscapes. Floating in the vast emptiness of space often evokes feelings of awe, humility, and interconnectedness. Dreams of observing the birth or death of stars can reflect emotional processing related to beginnings, endings, or transformation. The brain integrates these experiences to cultivate emotional intelligence, resilience, and perspective. Even when the dreamer is unaware, their mind is exploring the relationship between self, time, and the infinite universe, offering subtle guidance and understanding that transcends conscious thought. Symbolism in cosmic dreams extends to recurring motifs such as spirals, concentric rings, and radiating light. These patterns reflect both the physical structures observed in the universe and archetypal forms within the psyche. By interacting with these motifs in dreams, the mind experiments with aesthetic appreciation, cognitive organization, and symbolic reasoning. The experience of navigating a spiral galaxy or orbiting a luminous star enhances the brain's capacity to integrate visual, spatial, and conceptual information, reinforcing both analytical and creative faculties. Finally, cosmic dreams demonstrate the profound intelligence and adaptability of the human brain. By blending imagination, observation, emotion, and abstract reasoning, these nocturnal journeys connect the individual with the universe in a deeply experiential way. Dreams allow for exploration, experimentation, and reflection, transforming the mind into a laboratory for understanding the cosmos and oneself simultaneously. Each night, as you traverse galaxies, witness stellar phenomena, and encounter the unimaginable, your brain conducts silent experiments that enhance insight, creativity, and emotional depth as you drift further into the tranquility of sleep. Envision yourself journeying through interstellar clouds, orbiting distant worlds, and gliding past luminous nebulae. Every movement, every observation is a cognitive experiment. Every scenario, whether awe-inspiring or mysterious, integrates knowledge, imagination, and emotional processing. Cosmic dreams are laboratories where the boundaries of thought, perception, and creativity are expanded, demonstrating the remarkable interplay between our minds and the universe. In this quiet nocturnal exploration, the brain connects personal experience with the vast, unfolding cosmos, revealing that our dreams are not merely reflections, they are bridges between the self and the infinite. As you sink deeper into a restful state, let your mind open to the future of dreaming, the cutting edge of neuroscience, and the unfolding understanding of what our dreams reveal. Dreams are no longer seen simply as fleeting images or random neural activity. They are windows into cognition, memory, creativity, and emotion. The brain, in its nocturnal experiments, continually explores possibilities, tests responses, and integrates experience. As you listen, allow yourself to drift gently into these ideas, feeling calm, curious, and connected to the vast potential of your own mind. Science has revealed that dreams are not merely passive reflections. They are active processes that reshape the brain. Each night, as your mind drifts through REM sleep, neural circuits involved in memory, learning, and emotional processing are activated and strengthened. Dreams allow the brain to rehearse challenges, simulate scenarios, and integrate information in ways that are both practical and symbolic. The future of dreaming research focuses on understanding how these processes contribute to problem-solving, creative insight, and adaptive behavior. Technological advances are beginning to unlock ways to study dreams in real time, Functional imaging, neural mapping, and computational modeling provide glimpses into the brain's activity during sleep. Researchers can now observe which regions are engaged during specific types of dream imagery or emotional experiences. This knowledge hints at a future where we may not only interpret dreams with greater accuracy, but potentially influence the content or structure of dreams for cognitive or therapeutic purposes. Imagine guiding your mind toward problem-solving scenarios while asleep or enhancing creative ideation through targeted dreaming. These are no longer mere speculation, but active fields of scientific inquiry. Dreams are intimately connected to memory consolidation, as experiences from waking life are replayed, reorganized, and encoded. The brain selectively strengthens important information while discarding noise. The content of dreams reflects this process, mixing fragments of recent events with older memories and abstract concepts. The future of dream science lies in understanding precisely how this integration occurs and how it can be optimized. Scientists are exploring ways to enhance memory, creativity, and emotional processing through guided dreaming, potentially creating personalized sleep workshops within the EV. Mind. The emotional dimension of dreaming is equally critical. Dreams provide a safe space for processing intense feelings, rehearsing coping strategies, and integrating experiences that are difficult to navigate consciously. The brain experiments with fear, joy, curiosity, and wonder, offering rehearsal for real-life emotional challenges. Future research may uncover techniques for intentionally engaging with specific emotional content in dreams, fostering resilience, empathy, and psychological well-being. By exploring the science of dreams, we begin to see sleep not as passive downtime, but as an active period of cognitive and emotional growth. Imagination, creativity, and problem-solving are central to the brain's nocturnal experiments. Historical accounts suggest that some of humanity's greatest innovations, from scientific formulas to artistic masterpieces, originated in dreams. The future of dream research may reveal methods to harness this creative potential more systematically. By understanding how the brain integrates abstract thought, pattern recognition, and sensory experience during sleep, we could enhance innovation, insight, and original thinking in ways previously unimaginable. Dreams, in this sense, become both laboratories and sources of inspiration. Merging cognitive exploration with creative potential, sleep scientists are also investigating how the brain encodes information from the environment into dreams. Subtle sounds, light cues, or sensory stimuli may influence dream content, allowing external inputs to interact with internal processes. The future may involve controlled manipulation of these inputs to guide dreams for therapeutic, educational, or creative purposes. Imagine drifting to sleep with gentle signals that encourage the mind to practice a skill, rehearse a challenge, or explore imaginative scenarios. In this way, dreams could become interactive experiences rather than passive observations, enhancing the brain's nocturnal work. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize and form new connections, is intimately linked to dreaming. Each night, neural pathways are refined, reinforced, or adapted based on both experience and imagination. Dreams provide the medium for this reorganization, allowing for both learning and emotional integration. In the future, understanding the precise mechanisms of dream-induced neuroplasticity may offer unprecedented opportunities for cognitive enhancement, emotional resilience, and lifelong learning. By leveraging the natural processes of sleep and dreaming, we may unlock the brain's full potential in ways that are both subtle and profound. As you relax further, envision your mind as an evolving landscape where each dream strengthens pathways, integrates memories, and fosters creativity. The future of dreaming science points to a world where our understanding of sleep, imagination, and cognition converge, offering the potential to enhance not only mental capacity but also emotional depth and insight. Your dreams, while silent and personal, are laboratories of possibility, rehearsing, experimenting, and exploring every night, even as you drift toward deeper slumber. Consider that your brain is actively engaged in shaping your future, experimenting, creating, and integrating experiences that will influence not only your waking moments, but also your long-term development. Dreams are bridges between memory, imagination, and insight. And the unfolding science of dreaming reveals that the mind's nocturnal work is both purposeful and profoundly intelligent. As you drift deeper into the calm of sleep, imagine a future where your dreams can be observed, understood, and even subtly guided. Advances in neuroscience, brain imaging, and computational modeling are gradually revealing the intricate architecture of dreaming. Researchers are beginning to decode patterns of neural activity, linking them to specific dream imagery, emotions, and cognitive processes. This knowledge promises a future in which the brain's nocturnal experiments can be harnessed for personal growth, creativity, and mental resilience. Emerging technologies offer exciting possibilities for guided dreaming. Devices capable of delivering gentle sensory cues like sound, light, or vibration can influence dream content without disrupting sleep. For instance, soft auditory cues may encourage the mind to rehearse problem-solving tasks, explore imaginative scenarios, or engage with specific emotional material. The brain responds to these subtle inputs by weaving them into the dream narrative, creating a unique and personalized experience. In this way, dreams may evolve from passive reflections into interactive experiences, amplifying their impact on cognition and emotional processing. Virtual and augmented reality may also play a role in the future of dream research. By providing immersive experiences during waking hours, these technologies can prime the brain for related dream content. Practicing a skill in a virtual environment, for example, may enhance the likelihood that similar tasks are rehearsed and refined in dreams. The brain in its nocturnal state experiments with these experiences, consolidating learning, testing alternative strategies, and integrating creative solutions. Dreams thus become a natural extension of conscious training, combining imagination with skill development. Artificial intelligence is another frontier in understanding and interacting with dreams. Machine learning algorithms can analyze patterns in sleep data, linking neural activity with dream content and emotional tone. Over time, these algorithms may be able to predict dream narratives, identify recurring themes, or suggest interventions to enhance creativity, emotional regulation, or cognitive flexibility. The future may involve AI-assisted dreaming, where technology collaborates with the brain's natural processes to optimize learning, problem-solving, and emotional well-being. Therapeutic applications of dream science are equally promising. Sleep therapy already utilizes techniques such as lucid dreaming and dream rehearsal to address trauma, anxiety, and phobias. In the future, these approaches could become more precise and personalized. By understanding the brain's nocturnal simulations, therapists may guide patients to confront fears, explore unresolved emotions, or rehearse adaptive behaviors within the safety of a dream environment. Dreams, in this sense, become active participants in emotional healing and psychological growth. The study of sleep and dreams also intersects with cognitive enhancement and innovation. Scientists are exploring ways to use dreams to stimulate creative thinking, generate novel ideas, and explore complex problem-solving scenarios. The brain, during REM sleep, exhibits heightened connectivity between regions involved in imagination, memory, and abstract reasoning. By understanding and guiding these processes, we may unlock previously untapped potential, transforming the mind's natural nocturnal experiments into powerful tools for insight and invention. Dreams may also provide a window into the evolution of human cognition. By examining the neural architecture of dreaming, researchers gain insight into how the brain organizes information, integrates memory, and tests hypothetical scenarios. These nocturnal experiments reveal the brain's capacity for abstract thought, adaptive reasoning, and emotional intelligence. The future of dreaming science may uncover ways to accelerate learning, enhance creativity, and optimize cognitive functioning, all by leveraging the brain's innate ability to explore, simulate, and experiment while we sleep. Ethical considerations will inevitably accompany these advances. As we gain the ability to guide dreams, influence neural activity, and interpret the contents of our nocturnal narratives, questions about privacy, consent, and personal autonomy arise. Dreams are deeply personal, yet they may soon become a frontier for both self-exploration and technological intervention. Balancing the benefits of guided dreaming and cognitive enhancement with respect for the sanctity of inner experience will be a critical challenge for the future of this science. In the quiet of sleep, imagine your brain conducting experiments that merge the known and the unknown, weaving together memory, imagination, and emotion. Guided dreaming, augmented by subtle technological cues, could amplify creativity, enhance problem-solving, and strengthen emotional resilience. Each dream becomes both a rehearsal and a laboratory, where neural pathways are refined and new connections are formed. The mind's nocturnal work is deliberate, sophisticated, and profoundly intelligent, offering a glimpse into the future of human cognition. As you drift further into the gentle embrace of sleep, picture yourself exploring dreamscapes designed to stimulate insight, creativity, and emotional understanding. Your brain, silent yet active, experiments with scenarios that integrate experience, imagination, and learning. The future of dreaming science promises a world where our nocturnal journeys are not only reflections of our inner worlds, but also tools for shaping them, enhancing cognition and expanding the horizons of thought. In this space, dreams become bridges between potential and reality, imagination and insight, the present and the unfolding future. As you sink further into the tranquility of sleep, consider the profound possibilities that lie ahead in the science of dreams. The brain, tirelessly active throughout the night, continues to integrate memory, process emotion, and explore imagination. Future research may reveal ways to consciously harness these processes, transforming sleep into a tool for learning, innovation, and personal growth. Dreams, though silent and fleeting, are laboratories of possibility, each night a rehearsal, an experiment, and a journey into the depths of cognition. One of the most exciting prospects of future dream science is the integration of dreams with daily life. By understanding how dreams consolidate learning, problem solve, and process emotion, we may develop techniques to optimize waking performance. For instance, experiences rehearsed in dreams, whether mastering a musical instrument, solving complex problems, or exploring creative scenarios, may become more accessible and effective in waking life. The boundary between dreaming and waking cognition may blur, revealing the mind as a continuous laboratory for growth and discovery. The therapeutic potential of guided dreaming is equally remarkable. Dreams allow us to confront fears, process trauma, and integrate complex emotions in a safe, symbolic space. Advances in dream research may provide precise tools for navigating psychological challenges. Imagine using gentle cues, lucid dreaming techniques, or neural feedback to rehearse coping strategies, reduce anxiety, or explore difficult emotions. The brain's natural nocturnal experiments could be amplified and guided to support emotional well-being and resilience, creating a deeply personal and transformative sleep experience. Creativity and innovation stand to benefit from this emerging science. The brain, in REM sleep, exhibits unique connectivity between regions involved in memory, imagination, and abstraction. By exploring and guiding these processes, we may unlock new forms of insight, generate novel ideas, and enhance creative problem-solving. Dreams, in this sense, become active participants in innovation, allowing us to traverse conceptual landscapes. Experiment with hypothetical scenarios. and integrate disparate ideas in ways impossible during waking hours. Neuroplasticity remains at the heart of these possibilities. Each dream strengthens neural connections, reorganizes memory networks, and refines cognitive pathways. As dream science advances, we may learn to amplify these effects intentionally. Guided dreaming, sensory cues, and technological interventions could help sculpt the brain for learning, memory retention, and creative flexibility. The potential is profound. Each night, while you rest, your mind can continue to grow, adapt, and expand. Bridging the gap between rest and active development, ethical and philosophical considerations will naturally merge as dream science progresses. Dreams are deeply personal and intimately tied to identity, emotion, and subconscious exploration. Technologies that influence dream content or interpret nocturnal experiences must respect privacy, autonomy, and the sacredness of inner life. Balancing these concerns with the potential benefits of guided dreaming, cognitive enhancement, and therapeutic intervention will be critical as this frontier develops. The challenge lies in harnessing the power of dreams while preserving the authenticity of the individual experience. Long-term, dreams may offer unprecedented insight into the human mind. By mapping dream patterns, decoding neural activity, and understanding the brain's nocturnal experiments, we can gain a window into cognition, creativity, and emotional processing. Dreams may become a mirror not only of past experiences, but also of potential futures, rehearsing challenges, testing ideas, and exploring possibilities before they occur in waking life. The nocturnal brain, silent yet endlessly active, may thus serve as a guide, a teacher, and a laboratory all at once as you continue to drift. Visualize the possibilities, your brain navigating imagined worlds, solving intricate problems, integrating memory, and experimenting with emotional responses. Each dreamscape is an opportunity, a rehearsal for growth, a laboratory for creativity, and a bridge between imagination and reality. The future of dream science promises to unlock these experiences with increasing clarity, allowing us to understand, guide, and enhance the mind's natural nocturnal work. Finally, allow yourself to rest fully, knowing that your brain's nightly activity is purposeful, intelligent, and transformative. Dreams are more than fleeting images, they are bridges connecting memory, imagination, emotion, and potential. As you drift through sleep, your mind explores new worlds, integrates experiences, and rehearses possibilities that shape your waking life. The future of dreaming science offers a vision where these nocturnal journeys are not only understood, but embraced as powerful tools for cognition, creativity, and emotional growth. Each night, as you sleep, the universe within your mind unfolds, carrying you toward insight, discovery, and the limitless possibilities of your own imagination. As your mind continues to drift deeper into rest, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey we have taken together. Tonight, we have explored the intricate workings of your brain, the science of dreams, and the cosmic landscapes that your mind creates each time you close your eyes. From the origins of dreams in the deepest recesses of the brain, to the mysterious ways memory and emotion are woven into each narrative, to the connections between our dreams and the wider universe, you have traveled through a world both familiar and astonishingly strange. Dreams are far more than random images flickering across your mind. They are active laboratories where your brain experiments with memory, emotion, creativity, and imagination. Each night, as you fall into sleep, your mind becomes a storyteller, a scientist, an artist, and a philosopher all at once. Even when the images seem nonsensical, terrifying, or whimsical, they serve a purpose. They allow your brain to rehearse challenges, explore possibilities, and integrate experiences that you may not even realize are influencing your waking life. Imagine your brain as a vast, silent orchestra. Each neuron, each circuit is an instrument playing in harmony, creating a symphony that is experienced as dream imagery, emotion, and narrative. This symphony is never truly random. It blends fragments of memory with imagination, knowledge with intuition, and past experiences with future possibilities. In doing so, it nurtures your emotional well-being, sharpens your cognitive abilities, and deepens your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Every night, this silent orchestra performs for you, offering insight, guidance, and wonder. The science of dreams also reminds us of the astonishing creativity of the human mind. Throughout history, some of humanity's most profound innovations and artistic achievements have been inspired by dreams. In dreams, we are free to explore scenarios unconstrained by the limits of waking reality. Complex problems can be rehearsed, emotions safely confronted, and imaginative solutions discovered. Your dreams are a mirror reflecting both your internal world and your capacity to reach beyond it. They demonstrate that the mind is never idle, even as your body rests. Consider, too, the cosmic connections your dreams may reveal. Dreams often transport us to celestial landscapes, where galaxies swirl, stars pulsate, and the vastness of space becomes a canvas for the mind. These journeys through the cosmos are not only visually stunning, they are exercises in spatial reasoning, abstract thought, and emotional exploration. Floating among stars or witnessing the birth of distant worlds allows your brain to process awe, perspective, and interconnectedness. Even as you rest, your mind is practicing the art of wonder as the science of dreams evolves. We are beginning to glimpse ways that our nocturnal adventures can be understood, guided, and enhanced. Emerging technologies, neural mapping, and guided dreaming techniques may one day allow us to interact intentionally with our dreams. Imagine rehearsing a challenge, exploring creative ideas, or navigating emotional experiences while sleeping. Your dreams, once private and unpredictable, may become powerful tools for growth, creativity, and resilience. Yet even as we explore these possibilities, the mystery of dreams reminds us that the human mind is an infinite landscape, capable of wonder and discovery beyond our current understanding. Now, take a moment to reflect on your own dreams. Perhaps you have recently experienced a vivid night journey, an emotional scenario, or a bizarre yet captivating sequence. Remember that each image, sound, and sensation in your dreams has meanings, sometimes literal, sometimes symbolic, sometimes simply the brain's way of exploring possibilities. Dreams are simultaneously personal and universal, intimate and expansive, grounding and fantastical. They are your brain's gift to you every single night. As you continue to relax, feel a sense of gratitude for the remarkable processes unfolding within your mind. Your dreams are rehearsals, experiments, and stories all at once. They help you process the events of the day, integrate memories, refine skills, and explore emotions safely. They transport you to distant worlds, to cosmic vistas, and to the deepest parts of your imagination. They reveal the mind's boundless potential, demonstrating that even in sleep, you are learning, growing, and evolving. Allow yourself to drift further into serenity, knowing that your brain is hard at work creating these nightly journeys. Let the images, feelings, and scenarios of your dreams flow naturally, without judgment or expectation. Whether you are floating among stars, exploring a familiar landscape, or navigating an entirely fantastical world, your brain is orchestrating a process that enhances your cognition, creativity, and emotional depth. Sleep is not idle. It is active, dynamic, and profoundly intelligent. Tonight, as your mind journeys through these dreamscapes, remember that each dream is a step toward understanding yourself more deeply. Dreams offer insight, reflection, and inspiration. They encourage empathy, creativity, and problem-solving. They allow you to engage with your fears, hopes, and desires in a safe, symbolic space. Even when the narratives seem random, chaotic, or surreal, they serve the extraordinary purpose of expanding your mind and refining your inner world as you continue to drift into sleep. Gently allow your awareness to fade into the rhythm of your dreams. Trust in the intelligence of your mind, in the intricate beauty of your brain's nightly experiments, and in the remarkable capacity of your dreams to connect memory, imagination, and emotion. Let each dream be a bridge between your inner world and the infinite possibilities of thought, creativity, and self-discovery. Science, while you sleep, has guided you through a journey across the landscapes of the mind and the cosmos. You have explored the origins of dreams, the role of memory, the science behind dream construction, and the astonishing potential of the brain's nocturnal experiments. You have glimpsed cosmic vistas, mysterious phenomena, and the universal language of imagination. And now, as you rest, your own mind continues this work silently, creatively, and intelligently. So, let yourself drift, undisturbed, into the world of dreams. Trust that your brain is weaving experiences, integrating memories, and expanding your cognitive and emotional capacities. Allow the quiet symphony of neurons, circuits, and imagination to guide you through your night journey. And as you sleep, remember that each dream is a reflection of the extraordinary intelligence, creativity, and resilience of your own mind. Rest now, and know that the universe within your brain continues to explore, create, and grow. Your dreams are a gift, a laboratory, and a bridge to insight. Sleep deeply, drift peacefully, and allow your mind to wander freely through the endless possibilities of the nocturnal world. Tonight, as every night, your brain is alive, vibrant, and endlessly inventive, creating dreams that illuminate the extraordinary potential of your inner world.